Bonjour, hola, guten tag. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to
Yay.
Rolling for What. We are Rolling for What in the Unseen Accord. I am a very tired DM today. We're not very tired, but kind of tired now that we've been chilling, talking about games a little bit. So you join us for another exciting episode of the horrific place that is Shaletown. So without further ado, we'll do the intros. We're going to start with
It's my
Katie.
holiday home, TJ.
Yeah, so this little summer vacay. Except there's no sun.
Yeah.
Ever.
Great. Just
Nice to have a holiday.
Get a lunar tan. It's fine.
Ooh, I like the sound of a lunatan. I want
Yeah.
one of those. Sounds very witchy. I'm
It
down
does
for
actually,
it.
yeah.
You get little moon tattoos with it, depending on what stage of the
Oh,
moon
so
you get your
cute.
tattoo at, like
That's
your
cool.
suntan at.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so sweet.
Yeah,
Down lunar tan salon.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want it.
Anyway, go on.
Oh, sorry, what?
Sorry.
I was completely was not with it
Who
at
are
all.
you?
Hello.
Introductions.
Hello, I'm Katie. Pronouns she, her. I play 84, who is also she, her. 84 is a rogue bard changeling who, instead of changing into people, changes into inanimate objects. My 84 fact for today is the fact that she knows that 84 isn't a real name. She knows it's a number, and so she's been thinking of names for herself. What she could call herself, because she wants to feel a bit more normal. She's not really sure what to go with, but she's found a top 3 that she quite likes. So her top 3 names so far are Maisie, Bonnie, and Lyra. But she can't choose which one she likes best.
I like Bonnie. I think Bonnie suits 84 a lot, doesn't it?
You like Bonnie?
Yeah, Bonnie's
Okay,
a
there we
cool
go.
name. I like
But
that.
yeah, that's my
That's very
84 fact
cute.
for today.
Nice. Chloe?
Hello, I'm Chloe, pronoun she, her, and I play Garina, pronoun she, her. My fun fact about Garina is that everyone else knows this already, but one of her traits that she has is something called Smooth Operator, where throwback to a very long time ago,
I forgot you still have that trait.
Garina fancied a barman and couldn't talk to him, so Jeannie taught her how to flirt. And so it took a long time. But if I am ever trying to impress someone in a romantic way, then I get advantage on persuasion checks. Humanoids only, it says in brackets.
Yeah. You'll have to get more tips from Jeannie to get upgrade from human.
Yeah.
That's
me.
Aries.
Hello, I'm Aries. Nice to meet you. Welcome back. All that fun stuff. I go by he, they pronouns. And I play Jam, who's a half orc. He's a little fighter guy. And yeah, I don't really have a fun fact about him. So you can have a fun fact about me, I guess. I like to eat fruit. There we go. That's all. You know,
To elaborate on that, Aries basically has a fruit platter
Every session.
Yeah.
Every
He always ends up
Every
eating it
session.
before we start.
before
Yeah.
we start.
Yeah.
like I've just finished this fruit platter. I always finish my fruit platter before we start recording. When we first met up for D&D, no, it was the second time we all met up for D&D. I made a fruit platter for everyone, and I pretty much demolished the entire thing. I think I ate the majority of it. I believe truly that I was a fruit bat in a past life. And that is all. There we go. You have a fun fact about me instead, because I can't think of anything about Jam right now.
Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. Any pronouns. I play Vi Forsworn, the fallen Asamar druidic monk. And I also play Narian, the tiefling warlock, because it's a classic. And, well, fun fact about me is I seem to roll like absolute crap after the past, 6 sessions or something, because I'm rolling right now. That's an 18, though. That's nice.
Hey.
But these are different
Not
dice.
wasting your good
So-
rolls.
I know, right? I
About
rolled a nat
saving
20 a
you
moment ago,
those.
too. But I, like, the majority, guys, like, at least 80% of the time I'm rolling bad now. And it
Yeah.
hurts. It really hurts. I used to roll so good.
I don't remember the last time you rolled good, to be honest.
I know, right? Exactly.
Why? Ever since you became Narin, you've been rolling like dog shit.
I rolled
Yeah.
good as Naren when she first came out for a bit in Shaletown, but then I've rolled
Ah.
crap ever since.
You just got to
Yeah.
switch it up every
I
few
really
hours in the
do.
game. You have to go.
Well- Well, I'm going to try using different dice for this session because I've been using the Critical Role Lordna dice,
Yeah.
which I do adore, but I can't. They keep rolling 4s, TJ. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm sorry, they're rigged. I'm sorry, I forgot. To
Ah, I
tell you
knew
the facts. I rigged them when I first gave them to you.
Such a lovely present. It was all a ploy.
Yep.
But yeah, so yeah, I was interchanging my facts and stuff, but I can't think of one for Vi this week, so I'm just gonna
Fair enough.
do that. I'm bad at rolls, guys. That's how it is now.
And I'm your humble DM. I go by he, him pronouns, and I play every other NPC and enemy and everything else in the world. And I go by every other pronoun under the sun when I'm everyone else.
Even
my
Pookie
fun
Bear.
fact, even Pookie Bear, yeah.
Even Pookie Bear.
Pookie/bear.
Yeah, exactly.
TJ, I want you to know I will never refer to you in that way.
Hey, I demand it from here on.
No.
As a sign of
Whenever you're, like,
respect.
above table, you have to go, Pookie Bear, is this da 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 da?
Simply,
The only way you'll respond to us.
Yeah, I'm not going to respond otherwise. I'm just going to ignore your question.
You know what? That's fine. I will cope.
My fun fact this week is a fun fact about the world itself. There is a chain, a very McDonald's-like chain of restaurants that has spread worldwide, and the nearest one to you currently, and this chain, by the way, names their restaurants after the place that they're in. So the nearest one to you would be in the favored city of Noro, and it's named the Flavored City.
Nice.
Oh.
Flavored City.
So it's a
Wow.
pun chain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you wait till you get there.
I don't want to.
It's
I
so
do.
obnoxious.
I can't wait.
Sounds great.
Okay, so are we all ready to start?
No.
Rolling for what?
No.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so after defeating Bubbles and heading back to the orphanage with Scooter, you all were directed to the Darkwood Cemetery, where you were told there was a person that you needed to meet called Norman, so you all headed that way. Upon getting to the graveyard itself, you met a very interesting character in the form of the Caretaker. And after having a minor conversation with him, you discovered that A, he was eating someone or something behind the little shack church that he runs. B, he takes very good care of his graveyard. And C, he was very angry at someone potentially digging up and desecrating graves. And when you mentioned this Norman character, he thought that you might be in line with him. And so he basically said, find this Norman character for me, bring him to me so I can tear him apart and consume him. Or you can kill him and bring his body to me. And so after a very uncomfortable conversation in the church with him, you all backed out, didn't drink the beverage that he gave you, and headed out to the graveyard to investigate to see if you can find wherever this Norman character was. After a small investigation, you did discover that there was a child that seemed to be running about in the graveyard, and it ran away from you as you approached him. And upon doing so, you all tackled him to the ground and restrained him, and realized that this child was made of wood. He's a completely wooden child with small little dreadlocks and a little waistcoat that he's got on. And you questioned him a little bit, and he suddenly became a little bit uncooperative, and then told you that you had been followed here. And he pointed towards the entrance of the graveyard, where a fair amount of chosen few members started making their way in and speaking to the caretaker. At this point, 84 and Norman, you jumped the fence and you bombed it straight to Andre Petrine's shack just outside Pine Heights. And the rest of the group stayed behind. Jam, Jeannie, and Naren and Boris stayed behind, where you were going to distract the chosen few. Naren disguised herself as Father Crawford. Unbeknownst to her, Father Crawford was there at the time. And so, upon making her way over to the group, Father Crawford approached her and began a small conversation. And he seemingly invited you to dinner at the nearest convenient time for you, either tonight or tomorrow night, depending. But he did say he was going to wait at the gate for you to make your decision. After a small conversation with Father Crawford, he turned and left, and Naren told him that she would think about it with the rest of the group. Upon getting back to the rest of the group, Naren, you all realized that Garina was missing, and that she was no longer with you. And so we pick up at this point in the graveyard, where you have all just had this realization that Garina is gone. What would you like to do?
Shit, where's Garina? See, my mood currently does not reflect Jams at all. I'm trying to remember how I felt at the last session.
I think it was along the lines of, what? What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of when the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
Because I remember being like, huh? I thought Garina was just like right behind me. What do you mean she's gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeannie, did you see where she went?
No, she was here a second ago, and then looks like she's gone now. But no, I didn't see nothing.
She didn't say anything, or
No, I assumed she would have, approached with the rest of you. But when you come back, I realized that she was gone.
interesting. I would like to cast message into Garina's head.
Okay, what would you like to say?
Where are you off to? We were gonna go and see Norman.
You cast message, you get no reply.
Damn.
Sad. Did I feel it connect?
No.
Oh. So she's more than
Shit.
120 feet away. God damn.
Oh no!
If you sprinted with them little legs.
She fucking skedaddled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Well,
Okay.
she's a big girl. She can look after herself.
Yeah.
She's got the big axe, so I'm
Yeah.
sure she'll be all right.
The big scary axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the conversation that you had?
He invited us all to dinner to give us advice on how to leave. I don't think he's too happy about us, I guess, fraternizing in this place.
Oh, right. Well,
And would much prefer we leave rather than cause a fuss.
true enough.
Now, normally, I would think this has trap written all over it.
So would
However, I would really like to get out of here. I would really like to get out of here. So maybe we should consider going to dinner. Is that crazy?
A little bit, but I also would like to get out of here. And if we need to kill them, then we need to kill them.
Okay, they don't seem to be super threatening right now.
Not out in the open.
maybe Garina has gone to find 84. So maybe we should go to find 84 as well.
I think we should definitely find the little wooden boy who's with 84.
Well, the little wooden boy is with 84.
Exactly.
So, shall we go to the shack thingy where they went? That
Probably
I
where
totally
they've gone.
remember?
Yeah. Yeah, we can go there.
The guy's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you sort of
I know we go away.
as you sort of get ready to leave, you head out of the graveyard.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Head count. Head count. I want to do a head count and make sure that everyone's here.
Okay.
Where is Boris?
So Boris is there, Jeannie's there, Naren is there, and Jam, you're there as well.
Okay, we've got everyone that we know is currently here. Okay, off we go.
Okay, so as you head out of the graveyard, you make your way
Andre.
through the town. Andre Petrine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you make your way back to the shack of Andre Petrine. Go ahead and one of you make a survival check because you haven't been in this area of the round just yet, so it's about how long this will take to
I got a +6.
navigate this.
Oh, you go ahead, because I don't even have my iPad. I was wondering why I had so much space.
Also, are you guys checking for being followed, considering that's something that we were being told about by what's his name? What's the boy's name? Norman.
I mean, I could keep an eye out as well.
So
But my
it'd
survival
be-
check was a 23.
So if you want to do
Beautiful.
the survival check, Jam, you do the perception check if you want to see if you're being followed or not. What was your
Okay.
survival, sorry?
A 23.
23. It doesn't take you too long to make your way through this part of the round before you get to a familiar area that you know about, which is like you walk past the tavern, you're like, okay, we know where we are now. And so you carry on, and doesn't take you a lot of time to end up back at Andre Petrine's. Jan, what was your perception check for me?
Perception. Hold on. My iPad has gotten rid of D&D Beyond.
Love
Isn't that fun? Oh no.
Oh no.
8.
8. You can't really see anything. Doesn't look like you're being followed by anyone. There are a few people that have you still got your cloaks and things up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I disguised myself as a simpleton.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do get a few like looks and a few nods and things, seemingly like out of not recognizing you as an entity, as a group. And Jam, you sort of like look behind you every now and again. You can't really see if you're being followed or not. You assume not. So, meanwhile, just before you all arrive, 84. As you're in this shack with Andre and Norman is just sort of like sat in the corner, arms crossed, legs up, and Andre is like clearing a table and trying to like formulate some sort of plan. You can see him a little bit panicked from the last time, from when you sort of came in. He was a little bit apprehensive about you being here with Norman, given the situation that's happening at the moment. So
Yeah.
what would you like to do in this short time before the rest of the group?
84's going to sit down in front of Norman and she's going to be like, hey, first things first. Do you know anything about the guy that we need to find out about? 1 second, I can't remember.
Orin Scrivello.
Orin Scrivello, that's it. He's in my other notebook. Sorry.
Norman,
Do you know
looks
where
at
Orin
you.
Scrivello is?
Never heard of him. I don't know who you're talking about.
CJ, am I right in saying that Orin Scrivello was a historian?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. It feels like, okay, if you don't know him specifically, do you know of any historians in the area?
No, everyone just praises the chosen around here. No historians, no teachers, no nothing.
Okay. DJ, do we know when Orin Scrivello first went missing?
You're unaware of the specific time, but Kaine did mention that it was a while ago.
Okay.
Like several
Like
years ago.
months? Several years? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
several years ago, yeah.
And we don't know what he looks like, do
No.
we? Okay. 84 is gonna sort of look at him and she's gonna be like, okay, so maybe you don't know who he is, but I have another question for you. I'm looking for some other people.
Okay.
Would you happen to know anybody who looks like me but older?
Like an adult?
Yeah, like an adult version of me.
If you're talking about like specific features, I mean, there are people with different colored hairs. No one can't recall anyone who looks like you. Why?
I'm searching for someone, and I thought that
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't know
know,
everyone here. I don't really leave where I live, so I don't know everyone here. They might be. They might be here. I don't know.
one more question. This person is extremely recognizable. So you'll either know them or you won't. A rabbit man?
Oh yeah, no that. There's no rabbit people here. No.
Okay. And which area did you say you lived in?
He sort of looks at you, and you see him like grin a little bit. He goes, "I didn't."
No, you didn't. You just said that you didn't know people that didn't live in your area. So, do you even live in this town, or do you move in and out of it?
I live here, like everyone else. I just wasn't born here.
Oh, so you actually have your mind, or at least some of it.
I mean, what I have of a mind, sure. If you haven't noticed,
Yeah.
I'm different from the other kids.
You know what? I think I had. But so am I. So you know.
You look the same
Takes
to
two of
me.
us. 84 is gonna turn into a wooden chair in front of him.
Okay, when he goes, oh shit! I retract my statement. That's kind of cool.
I'm just gonna turn
Um,
back. And that is my
So-
last change of the day.
That was your last change of the day. So
That was
after
my
you
last
change
change of the
back,
day.
you feel your heart going just like a little bit, like the adrenaline is sort of like pumping. And you would obviously know this. You realize that like one more change will likely be pushing it. It's not that you can't, but you know that it'd be pushing it.
Yeah.
Norman just sort of looks at you and goes, I retract my statement. I was kind of cool. Anyway,
Whereabouts?
people come here all the time looking for people, and then they end up born here. So I'm surprised you guys have lasted this long.
Yeah, well, we haven't eaten or drunk anything that's here. We definitely suspect that that's part of the problem.
Oh, that's how it starts, sure. That's not what causes it.
Okay, can you tell me what causes it?
Everything. Place is surrounded in just like a shit show of nastiness. You stay here long enough, you just go crazy. That's the whole point.
Right.
It's the whole point of Shaletown. You keep people here long enough, they're part of it all. You become part of the furniture. No one comes to Shaletown and leaves. Those who try,
So why doesn't it
don't make
affect
it.
children?
I don't know. I haven't figured that one out.
Okay, then how come Andre isn't? Well, I'm slightly crazy, but know,
Make a
that kind of crazy.
perception check for me.
Sure.
Andrew's over there with a knife.
Gobbling up all the food. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13.
13. He sort of like looks at Andre and looks at you and goes, I don't know. Beats
Fair
me.
enough. I mean, he says he's not been eating the food here, but
Well, it's because
I
it's
assume there's
disgusting.
got to be something else. But yeah.
You see Andre go,
Sh-
I don't eat the food because I don't want to. Yet. I'm not crazy enough to eat food.
No. Question, Norman.
Yeah.
This may be rude and you don't have to answer. How are you, a wooden boy? Is it a curse? Are you born that way?
No, I was made.
Is it a Shaletown thing?
No, I was created this way.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. It has a lot of perks.
By
a lot of
who?
benefits. By someone. You don't need to know.
Surely you know who created you.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm not gonna tell you though.
Why not?
Because you're a stranger that's just been followed by the chosen few. You brought them to me, and now we're hiding out in the shack of a man who I'm not even supposed to be near. How much? Do you know how much trouble this could cause us? He could die.
Yeah, I see the issue. But also, we don't know where anywhere else to go. We don't know anywhere else that's considered safe. So, it's like...
Well,
what?
that sucks to be you.
Yeah, I mean, I can't help you if you don't help me.
Hey,
I
was doing fine before you guys came along. You chased me down and you tackled me. I was just doing my job and I was gonna go home. I was fine.
Yeah, all I'm saying is my friends are very willing to kill you.
I mean, it's not the first time I've had brushes with death, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
Fair enough. Okay, so if you don't like us being at Andre's, and I'm sorry for intruding, Andre, it's very rude of me. Where else is better for us to talk? And is there anything I can do for you? For you to answer any of my questions which will actually be useful to me instead of just the I don't know when I know you know all the answers. Or at least to some of them.
I mean, there's not really many places safe around Shaletown these days, so...
Look at that.
You know, you're gonna have to find your own way. I'm not sticking around with you guys. You've caused me enough trouble
I don't
as it
need
is.
you
I
to
almost got
stick
caught.
around with me.
So you're
I just
keeping
need
me
you to
prisoner?
be... No, I just need you to be in close enough range for me to message into your brain.
So I can leave, right?
Within reason.
What does that mean?
Like, okay, so the spell I need to perform to communicate with you needs to be within a certain range.
That's assuming I want to talk to you. Any of you.
Yes, that is assuming. However, part of your problem of not talking to me is the fact that I've put you and people you know in danger. So, let's rectify part of that problem by not putting them in danger, by separating into separate spaces while still being able to talk.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh. That is an 18 plus 4. So 22.
Okay, you got a point. Sure. But
Excellent.
as far as I'm aware, you need me a hell of a lot more than I need. So
Sure, but surely there's always something I can do for you. We're people of many skills.
how about you fix this place, huh? You get rid of
Fix
the chosen
how?
few. You get rid of whatever the fuck's causing all of this, and you save the town. How about that? Because then the people of this place can leave instead of being tortured every single day. Can you do that?
That's a lot for the information I'm asking for, though. Have you ever heard of
think
equivalent
it is.
exchange? Oh, it is. asking for one person. You're asking for an entire town. Not equivalent exchange.
You see that you notably see that he doesn't say anything to the. He doesn't respond to it.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. We want help and we try and help where we can. But also, you've just told me that the longer my friends stay here, the crazier they are going to become. And I'm not being funny, but it's not like I'm not going crazy myself.
It's at this point, Jam, Naren, Genie, and Boris walk into the shack of Andre, and Andre just jolts his head, and you see him pull a fire poker out before he realizes it's all you, and goes, "Oh, so we're having a real big meeting today, huh? Get in here."
Yeah.
And he sort of bars the door again, slams the door, puts things in front of him. He goes, "Great, so you're all here. You can't stay here.
That wasn't quite the intention.
Good. You gotta leave. You gotta take him with you. Gotta leave. Were you followed?"
No, but an important thing to note is that our friend is missing.
I noticed you were one down. What's going on there?
Where's Garina?
We turned our back for 1 second and she was just gone. We thought she was following us. And
Okay.
yeah, she didn't even tell Genie where she was going.
So that's 1 down, 4 to go. 5 including the duck.
He is included.
Look, I'm sorry for ever getting you involved, okay? Clearly you're in over your heads.
What do you mean? 1 down, 4 to go.
That's how it happens. People get disappeared all the time here. The Taken.
What do you mean disappeared?
If people don't believe, you think the Taken is the only way the chosen few get to you? They can do what they want. They've got resources. They've got the manpower. If your friend didn't just wander off, then they'll probably haul her off to God knows where. I don't know what happened to your friend. All I know is that if she's gone, it's only a matter of time before you go too. And if you don't go, your minds will go.
Did they message into your head sounding like loved ones or hated ones?
What the hell does that mean?
Just a question.
Can 84 look very suspiciously at Naren, please, at that last comment? She's not going to say anything. And she's going to try and message Garina. And just be like, Garina, I don't know if you can hear me, but if you've wandered off, it'd be real great if you decided to wander back. Wandering off doesn't seem to be your best plan.
You get no response.
Okay. Do I feel like it's connected?
No. You see Andre just sort of there going, "I'll give you half an hour tops here before I have to get you all out."
Even the little wooden boy?
Especially the little wooden boy. He shouldn't even be here.
He has a name.
I know his name.
I mean you, I mean her.
Oh.
I've had no confirmation of his name.
His name is Norman.
You were there when Scoop.
Nice to meet you, Norman. No, I get that.
Yeah, you don't know that. That's,
we did.
That's
I've not actually spoken to him.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, he's never said at any point, "Oh, my name's Norman, by the way." And they're like, "This is just some little wooden boy. He's a lead."
Andre sort of looks at you and goes, "Whatever plan you're gonna concoct, get it done. Get out of my house. I can't have you here."
We're sorry for intruding.
It's fine. I get it. This is the only place you kind of know that isn't anywhere amongst the people. But if you're gonna survive here, you gotta find somewhere where you can still talk, but sporadically. I can't have you all cooped up in here.
Can I turn to the others and I'm just gonna be like, I I think I should try and case out the joint and see whether I can find somewhere, an abandoned place in the town, somewhere that we can call a crash pad.
Not sure if splitting up is a good idea anymore. We lost Garina. I don't really want us splitting up anymore.
Yes, but if we move as a unit, we stick out. It's so
Yeah.
incredibly obvious. And I can move silently on my own.
Okay, how can we ensure that you're gonna come back? Because at the moment we have no connections to Garina. I want, even if you do somehow end up getting lost like Garina has, I want some way of knowing where you are, I guess.
Where I am, well, that's more difficult.
Well, having some way to keep track of you.
I don't know if there is a way for us to keep track of me. Unless you use tethered. Wait, no, I don't have the symbol on my arm anymore.
Ah, shit. Then,
Yep.
if anything,
Oh,
you're the worst person to go off on your own.
guys,
But
we
also,
could scry on Garina.
We
Yeah.
could just scry on
We could
Garina.
try on Garina. We could
Shall
find
we
out where
do
she
that?
is.
This trick that we always forget.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that real quick, and then we'll decide as a group whether splitting up is a good idea. Because at the moment, I just like the idea of it.
It's a terrible
We
idea.
need 3 or more, and I don't have a mark.
Does Boris have? Does Jeannie?
No.
Ah,
We don't have enough people with a mark to scry.
this might be a little bit cheeky, but
Go on.
does Naren and
Might count as
fucking
separate
Vi,
entities.
do they
yes,
count?
Yes,
but
but-
they're not present at the very same time.
No.
They're swip swatch, so
Ah.
Y isn't available, basically.
We technically share a mark. It's
Yeah, you
Oh,
share the
yeah.
mark, but your bodies are
separate.
separate, basically.
Yeah.
And you
Boo
need
hiss.
Yeah.
Where's Broltram when you need him, huh?
I know, right?
I know. Where is he?
Wait, this is where he went this whole time. We found him.
So does that mean that our scrying ability is completely useless then? Because if one of us
No.
goes away, then we cannot scry.
Well,
No, we
before
tried
we had
to-
4 people.
You can scry on other people outside of your group who have the mark.
Yeah. Yeah. So once we have
Also,
Garina
you
back,
did
we
have
can...
4 people with the mark, but 84 has since
Did.
died, so.
I died.
Yeah. So she got
Wow,
rid of the
84,
mark.
you had to go and die, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was a traumatic experience for all involved.
Had to make a noble sacrifice of the bag of holding in your
Oh,
own life. God.
Ugh,
How could I?
In order
How
to stop
dare you.
probably world calamity. God.
ugh.
What 84 is gonna do is she's gonna pick up Boris and she's gonna put Boris in your arms. And she's also gonna take off her jacket given to her by Strafan. And she's gonna say, with Boris and Strafan's jacket. She's like, this is a promise that I will return.
Okay. It's not that I'm worried that you won't willingly. It's that I'm worried that you're. I mean, I don't think Garina just walked off, you know?
Yeah, but we don't have any way to...
It's like, even if we had Garina's axe of all things, I don't think. I still think she would have gone either way. With how weird this place is, I'm.
But also remember, children are the least affected.
That's true. That's true.
I'm less affected than any of you will be.
Okay. Okay.
Currently the safest one to go.
Yeah. If anything, I would rather Boris go with you, because then at least he'll return if you do go somewhere. Or you will if he does, you know?
Okay.
Does that make sense? I'm so scared.
Yes, that makes sense. He and Boris will go together to search
Okay.
for a place.
Okay.
You guys stay here and try and talk to Norman. By the way, he's really difficult and he doesn't like answering questions. And the only thing he wants is for us to fix all of this, which seems a lot.
It's at this point you hear a click of the door, and you turn to the door, and you
Chippa,
turn to Norman. He's gone.
Whoa!
I am
whoa.
chasing after that boy.
Go, you
I'm
open the door,
going,
and you see
I'm
him like
going.
running down the road. You run up to him,
I'm
and you, like,
going.
grab him, and he's like, "Oh, shit! You're quick. I'll give you that."
Yes. And I'm just gonna drag him back, and I'm gonna be like, I will be back. Stay with my friends.
I'm just gonna like grab hold of Norman.
He sort of looks at you and goes,
Nice try, though.
"You know I'm gonna get away from you, right?"
Yeah, probably at some point, but it'll be of our doing. Anyway, Norman, how's it going, bud? And he like grips Norman quite tight.
It's going well, pal. How are you?
I'm doing swell right now. My friends are scattered. What's not to love about this spooky town? You know, the scenery is just so gloomy and good. Yeah, you know, like what's not to love about being here, Norman? And I'd like to intimidate him a little bit, please.
Intimidation check.
Okay.
I've got Eldritch crackling between my hands, if that helps.
Okay,
Looking at
roll an 18
Norman
and
very
I got a plus
happily.
5.
What'd you
So
get?
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
23. Norman sort of like looks at you like indignantly and just goes, "Okay, big boy, keep your pants on. I get it.
They're
You're
on.
scary. Your friends are scary, and you want out. I get it. Okay.
Yes,
But
we want out.
you shouldn't have come
Just
here
as
in the
much
first
as you do.
place.
Do you think we had much of a choice, Norman?
I don't know. I don't know any of you.
We listen. We have reasons for being here. We have reasons for being here specifically. We are looking for
Everybody
someone,
does.
and we can't leave until we find this person. We want to leave just as much as you do, I'm sure, Norman. And we can't do that until you tell us the information that we need to know. We have been told that you know who the person is that we are looking for, Norman.
Well,
Can you
whoever
tell
told
us
you
some
that's a
information?
blabbermouth and is a goddamn liar.
So you're telling me that you know nothing about Orin Scrivello? You know nothing
No
about him
idea
at
who
all?
that is.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Yes. Oh. 7.
7. As far as you know, he's telling the truth. He's being quite stoic. He's straight-faced. He hasn't let anything slip.
And I'm gonna be real with you. I've done a lot of shit to get this far. There has been so much that has happened that I really don't like, and I have a lot of pent-up anger. Norman, please, if you have any information, tell us now. Otherwise, we don't have much use for you anymore.
What was your name, kid?
Kid,
Oh, you're fucking
gonna really-
tedious.
you're really gonna call me kid right now?
Just answer the question.
I will answer any question you have for me when you answer mine, Norman.
Okay, well, whoever you are, if the way I see it, you want after this guy who you think I know, right? If you kill me, you just told me that I'm the only person that you know that knows where this person is. Where does that leave you?
I never said I was gonna kill you. I just said that I don't have much use for you anymore.
Then throw me out, and I'll go back home. You'll never see me again.
Norman, why are you being a twat? Huh?
Because I don't appreciate strangers coming at me, tackling me, telling me I know something, and starting to berate me with questions. I was fine. And they dragged me to Andre's house, probably getting followed by the chosen few, which you were before. I don't know. Call me
You-
a
I
cynic,
don't know whether
but
I'd call you fine. You were removing organs from a dead person.
yeah, I wasn't removing the organs. I was removing the limbs. There's a difference.
Wait,
I
why
still
were you
don't
doing
feel
that?
like that's fine. I don't feel like that's a
Speaking of,
fine thing
you owe
to
me
do.
limbs.
No,
Why
no,
are you even looking for
no,
limbs,
I don't.
Norman?
I had a job to do.
Job for who?
Is this for the person who made you?
No,
Is this for Orin Scrivello?
no.
I hate the fact that if it's not for the person who made you, you apparently just get limbs for people, which is honestly gross.
I mean, there's not much else to do
fine.
around here if you're not a complete wacko. So
And limb gathering is one of the better options.
I was about to say
Hey.
desecration of graves.
hey, I've been
Really?
here
The
a
best
while.
option?
Okay, there's not a lot that I haven't done, and so screw it. I was experimenting. I was seeing a new hobby. How about that?
New hobby. Interesting. Can I ask what other hobbies you had tried before you decided that that was the one to try?
Throwing stones at the chosen few, killing
Mm.
rotters when they were around.
Well, they might be
Haunting-
back, so. Yeah.
What? What do you mean?
Well, we killed what? Did we kill one the other day?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah. We may have
Wait, how do you
killed
know
one
what
of those the other day.
How do you even know? I'm assuming that you know what rotters are then, and you definitely killed.
Well, Andre came and got us after it happened, so yes.
Okay.
That's how we know Andre. Andre rescued us. Like,
So a rotter was just wandering around and you killed it, just all by
well,
yourselves.
not so much wandering.
The little girl turned into a monster.
Yeah, little girl turned into a monster.
What?
Jam's head is going to bow at this.
But wait, back up. You're telling me a rotter was a person?
Yes, very much so.
You seem like
I
turn
had
to Andre.
spoken to her. I had played games with her. We had become friends.
A little girl? What was her name?
Yep. I checked my other notebook, TJ. Which is.
I can always tell you if you need to.
Yeah, might need to because it's in the other room.
It's Isla.
Isla, that's it. Because I kept on calling her Ilia, and I was like, no, that's the place name.
Yeah.
Isla?
Oh, I knew of her. Wait, what? He looks
Yeah.
to Andre and he goes, "What the fuck?" And Andre just sort of like shrugs and goes, "You were right, motherfuckers. I was right."
Right about what? Do tell.
Everyone thinks
Sharing
the
is
rotters
caring.
is some sort of plague from the chosen. I know that was bullshit. Father Crawford's bullshitting us. He always has been. You're telling me this rotter was a person? It
Mhm.
confirms everything I've
Mhm.
been thinking of.
And what have you been thinking of?
That the rotters aren't some natural born thing. They're fucking made.
Yeah.
Would
She
seem that
seemed
way.
she seemed to be turning, that's for sure.
What?
Her
Do you know
stomach
what
hurt.
caused it?
No, she kept complaining that her stomach was hurting, that she was feeling unwell. We gave her food from outside, and she
Oh,
hated it.
And
And
weren't
we
her
fed her
parents
holy water.
Yeah, and also I'm pretty. Wasn't her parents certain that she was going to be chosen?
Yes.
Her mother feared it, so wanted
Her
her
mother
to be safe.
feared. Yeah.
He sort of like looks and goes, so she wasn't taken before, but she's still a rotter.
Yep.
Huh. Go ahead and one of you make a persuasion check with advantage.
Who's got the best persuasion?
I've
I have
got
plus
+2.
5.
Naren then, because I have +4.
Remember to roll a d20.
Oh wait, your rolls are garbage. Why did I allow you to do this?
But it's with advantage.
With advantage, thank God.
Oh!
Roll a
What?
d20.
What?
Roll a d20.
I did. Oh, right. Fuck.
What?
Nothing.
That's fine.
Oh!
That's fine. It's fine.
Sure?
It's fine. Yeah. It's all good.
You just shouldn't let
It's all good. It's all good.
roll ever.
All right. I won't tell you that I just got 24.
Well, great news, but normally your rolls aren't amazing.
I know.
24. Norman sort of like
24.
looks at you all and he
Hooray.
goes, "Okay, you want to know what you can do to gain my trust? How far are you willing to go?"
It's a
I can
difficult
break your
question
leg
to
and we
ask.
can find out.
Oh, sure, break it. It's made of wood. I won't feel a goddamn thing. I'm just wondering.
Hey, can you be fixed?
I mean,
Sorry.
sure, I guess.
Serious question. Or like,
Yeah.
could you like get parts switched out? Because like, what if you decided you want to be made of a different type of wood?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm sure it'd still work. I mean, you'd have to find someone that could fix me up. But I guess I don't know. I never had limbs swapped out. So
Is it like a magical enchant? And basically, 84 is going to go off on a tangent.
yeah. He sort of like looks at you vacantly and just goes, "Anyway, I'm just wondering how desperately you want to find this guy.
Pretty desperately, lives are at stake.
And when aren't they? I'm wondering how far you're all
Exactly.
willing to go."
We're here, aren't we? In this
Yeah, that's a
hellhole.
good point. We came from outside.
Willingly too. So yeah, that's kind of stupid. I guess you kind of are
Yeah.
desperate schmucks, huh? Okay. Well, I'll tell you something. Blow a hole in the fence dividing Rotherfields and Shaletown. And then we'll talk.
Oh.
'Cause I got a
I'm willing
feeling-
to do that. That sounds like fun.
Because I got a theory.
That does sound like fun.
Father Crawford told everybody that he buried all the Rotters underground, that they were kept there by the Chosen. But if what you've told me is right, I got a feeling they're still in there, roaming around somewhere. And there's nothing like getting people to listen than a bit of chaos. You blow a hole in that fence and unleash hell on this town. Maybe people will start listening. Then we can talk. But you better hope to God you square away whatever it is you got to do here. If those gates are open, once that fence is down, all bets are off.
And how do we know Orin Scrivello won't die in the carnage?
You don't.
And how do we know you even actually know him?
You don't.
Well, yeah, he's
That's why
kind
I
of
asked how
been
desperate you are.
Kind of
You
needs
have to
collateral.
take a chance.
kind
Way
of
I see
agree.
it,
We've kind of
You
got to
haven't
take a
got many other
chance.
options. You're a friend down. You're losing your mind slowly but surely. And I'm apparently the only guy that knows where this person that you're looking for is. Way I see it, you haven't got many other options. You take it
Can
or
we
leave it.
ask?
I can go whenever I need to.
Hmm. I mean, it's either this or we go to dinner with the people who are doing all of this.
Sorry,
Oh.
what?
I'm sorry, what? What?
So when you guys were running, we got an invite to
Yeah,
have dinner
we've
with the
been
chosen few.
we've been
That sounds
invited
like
to
a
dinner.
horrible idea.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they want us to leave.
What the fuck?
They want to help us leave.
Which
What that
means we're
Allegedly.
causing
It sounds like a trap,
problems.
but
That just screams suspicious.
it does.
Exactly. So it's either we blow up a fence, which sounds a lot more fun than going to dinner and whatever trap that is. You know. So
Or isn't. Who
dinner
knows?
trap, blowing up a fence. Dinner trap, blowing. I'm gonna go with blowing up a fence. That sounds more fun.
Before you
I'd say
choose,
blowing
Does
up
sound
something
more
sounds
fun.
way more fun.
before you decide this, you're very gun ho on all blowing up stuff. I'm kind of digging this. This is kind of cool. But you realize that you blow down that fence. If my theories are correct, you're unleashing hell on Shaletown. You know that, right?
And you're
People
telling
are
us
gonna
to
get
do
mad.
it, so
And that is your burden to bear, my friend.
Hey, I'm good with it. I've been wanting to take that fence down for a while. I just never had the means until now.
so you
I'm
want
just wondering
everyone
if
here
you
to get
guys are doing
killed,
No.
or like
No, I
what's actually your goal with this?
Well, it's about time people wake up, and I'm hoping seeing Father Crawford lying to them is going to wake them up a little bit.
I don't know
We
if
don't
that
get anywhere. Look, the way I see it, this is a war, okay? Father Crawford has been tyrannous to these people for years. People are going to die in a war. It's just how things go. If it means that people wake up, open their eyes, it's a win in my books.
TJ, quick question. When you're editing this, can you put a clip of Lord Farquaad going, "Some of you may die"?
Some of you may
I
die.
suppose- Can you please put a clip of that? Thank you.
Consistency's sake? No.
Aww.
At least make it like fade in with like a transparent version of Lord Farquaad
yeah,
over all of our
I'll
faces, and then fade away.
Yeah,
Just him going, huh?
I'll do a picture of Love Cross face. How about that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
happy
Yeah,
with
Norman
that.
sort of like looks
Oh.
and goes, I just want to know that you all got the balls to do it. If not, then sure, go to dinner with the chosen few. And I don't know, you can trust them, but that makes you my enemy. And I don't
Guys,
fraternize with the
yeah,
enemy.
I don't
The
plan
only problem we have with blowing up the fence is we have no idea with Garina.
No
We have
idea where
no
Garina
idea
is.
if we'll be putting her in danger.
No collateral to know if Orin Scrivello's even around. And also, this might just make our lives a lot harder.
Oh, it definitely will, but it's also going to be a lot more fun than going to dinner with a bunch of stuffy religious men.
Would be, but I was thinking that stuffy religious men dinner would probably end in a massacre.
But we might not win.
Is there a
True.
way?
Because
But
we
we
don't
could-
have Garina with a giant axe and anger.
We don't have Garina with a giant axe, yes.
And anger.
Well, I'm good with whatever you guys want to do.
Have anything in my inventory that will help?
Andres just sort of
I was
looks
about
and
to
goes,
say,
time's nearly up. Start
okay,
wrapping it up.
Okay. How about there's a way that we could do both. What if we go to dinner and Norman, you set off the thing that explodes the fence?
By myself? No. Out of the
how
question.
about I go with Norman and you guys go to dinner?
But
You
then there's
guys
the whole
got-
problem of us splitting up again. 84. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's just
Can I check that, please?
Yep.
Yeah.
84, roll a perception or deception check. You don't have to say which one, just say the number.
Okay.
I got a 22.
you beat my 17.
What does Jam glean from looking at you to make sure you're okay?
You see that she's definitely been rattled by something. She's there's not so much mistrust, but it's definitely she's not as attached to you as she normally would be. And there's something off about her. There's something uneasy about the way she is acting at the moment. With you and with everybody around her.
TJ.
Mm-hmm.
With Jam's sanity level being as good as it is right now,
Yeah.
Rag.
Um,
Yeah, a little bit. I'm gonna
and
turn on my light.
and you. So I don't want to metagame, but
Okay.
Ares has figured out that I think we've all had the same shit happen to us.
Okay.
I did also mention it earlier a little bit.
Yeah, with my sanity, is there a roll that I can make to figure out what has happened in character? Because I'm piecing shit together.
You can ask if you want to mention it.
Yeah.
You can ask, but there's nothing unless you have anything like psychic or anything like that. There's not really a role you can determine.
No, but like
I did say
I
it earlier in
yeah.
a way.
Yeah, because of like what Naren said earlier.
Yeah.
And now from my insight check on 84,
Yeah.
would you think it's reasonable to say that Jam could piece this together?
Not the specific thing that you're asking for. No, I think I would likely think that was a stretch.
Okay.
Or you can have the conversation if you want to, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't say the evidence that you have so far wouldn't, because this place is weird as is. It could be a number of things. It's all circumstantial at this point, unless you have the conversation, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jam doesn't really know anything concrete unless
Not concrete.
something is like,
I was gonna say it's like it's not concrete
feeling,
anyway.
Yeah. You can have Jam could probably have a feeling that that's the case, but
Yeah.
obviously you wouldn't know unless something's confirmed.
Okay. In that case, Jam's just gonna say, I think this place is getting to us quite a bit. I don't think we're all doing okay at the moment, and I don't want us to split up because of that. I think this place is getting to me a little bit too. I really don't want us splitting away from each other as much as we might want to. I don't think we should trust anything that this world is throwing at us. And I think we should stick together as much as we possibly can. So
It's not safe here.
It's not safe here at all. So I would rather us stick together as much as possible. Respectfully, Norman, you know what you're doing here. So therefore, I don't mind if you go separate ways from us, because you seem to be all right here. Whether that's because of who you are or like I don't know what's going on with this place, but you know, I don't want our party splitting up any more than it already has. I would rather find Garina and just do whatever we can to get out of here.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage for me. That's a really
Thank fuck for advantage. Okay. What was it? Sorry, persuasion.
Yeah.
14.
14. Norman looks at you and just goes, "You care about these people, huh? Like a lot?"
Very much. They're my family. Don't do it, Casey. Don't do it.
So it looks and goes,
Screw it. Really hard not to.
"Fuck the fence. I'll take you to Orin Scrivello."
Thank you, Norman. Thank you so much.
Hey,
If
don't
there's
thank me yet.
anything,
Whatever you need from him, just know that I'll explain on the way there, but it's likely you're not going to get anything out of him, okay? Just don't get your hopes up.
okay. But either way, you're telling me not to thank you. I'm still going to thank you. You're taking this thank you whether you like it or not, Norman.
Fine, sure, whatever. Get your shit together, make sure you're all ready, and we'll head off.
All right, let's go. Let's go, gang. Let's go. Hype!
By the way, how the hell do we find Garina?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
That's encouraging. Excellent.
Does anyone have an access crystal and a piece of something of Garina's?
Oh no. I don't
No, I lost all my access crystals when I lost our bag of.
Would
Oh, yeah,
Jeannie
they're all
have any?
gone. No, Jeannie has nothing on.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
I lost all of my
Oh
cool shit.
well,
I'm sorry.
it's
I
all
am
good.
now basic rogue.
Yes,
Sad.
basic baby.
Sad times.
Um,
Basic baby.
Yeah.
Was it? So who has that?
Me,
I thought. Oh, I thought Garina had it.
you.
Ah,
He
okay.
gave it to me.
Okay.
I have what?
The echo
The echo that you got from the tunnels. The device that can.
helps you
don't know-
locate
I
a
don't-
person.
I don't know what that is. So strong now.
Okay.
It's in my inventory.
Okay, so you all pack up and you get ready. Bear with me a second. Sarah's ordering me chicken.
Did she
Oh,
order me
yeah.
chicken?
Yeah, if she brings the food in, I'm gonna have to put her as a garlic because I forgot to do it the last time she brought me food. That session I'm pretty sure is up now. So I didn't put her as garlic bread, but she asked me to, and I forgot. So if you brought me garlic bread, she was like, I don't want to be on screen, so just put a garlic bread over me. I was like, okay, and then,
All right.
but I'll do it now if she brings in food or a giant chicken. Okay, so
Yeah.
you all pack up your things. You get ready to leave, and Andre just goes, "Kind of real fine, but if you need to come back, make sure you do it separately, in bits. Don't all come out here at once. It's too
Do our
dangerous."
best.
Okay,
Thank you for letting us stay here, even if it was short.
it's okay. Just keep the kid away from here, okay? It's too dangerous.
Yeah, sorry for any inconvenience we caused.
It's fine. Just I hope you find who you're looking for.
Me too. If you hear anything from Garina, please let us know in whatever way you can.
I'll write something down and bring it you if I hear.
You
Thank
keep
you.
cutting out, TJ, by the way.
Yeah, you do.
Because the microphone's really shit. I'm sorry. Because I've lost.
Oh,
everything
no.
on it.
We all need to get the cat headphones.
I'm
do.
gonna
They are
get,
great.
when I get paid, I'm getting a microphone and some different headphones. So because I'm
Nice.
Yeah.
Or you could just join me in Cat Earland. They
That's
have them in
true.
different colours.
You can
That
also
is
take
true.
the cat ears off if you really want. But-
Send me a link to those, by
No,
the way. 'cause
they're
I
a
kind of want a pair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all head out of Andre Petrine's house. You all make your way into the town itself. Is there anything you would like to talk about to Norman as you're on your way to wherever he's leading you?
I mean, if no one else wants to ask him any serious questions, 84 is just gonna keep bothering him with dumb questions.
Actually, hold on one moment. So, Norman, you knew Orin this whole time, huh?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you're keeping him so secret?
Look, I don't know much about the guy, but from what I do know, he seems like he's fairly important outside of here. And
Mhm.
there have been people that have come looking for him before they were born here.
Mm.
He told me that if anyone ever comes looking for him, I don't know him, I'm not seeing him, that I'm to dissuade anyone. I'm just following the orders that I've been given. He seems to not want to be found.
That's completely fair. I imagine this is quite a big risk for you as well, taking us to him.
Yeah, it is. But no, I've there's a couple things that I found in his possession that made me what you said back there reminded me that everyone needs a family.
Hmm.
And I don't know, maybe you guys will snap him out of whatever's going on.
Does he think he was born here?
No, he's just batshit crazy.
Yeah.
He's spent too long alone or too long here, or I don't know. He just keeps babbling. None of
Okay.
it makes any sense.
Have Do you remember anything that he's babbled about?
I kind of drone it out nowadays. Paid attention for a while. So no, I'm sorry.
Did he
That's
make
okay.
you?
Yeah, he made me.
That explains why you bother with him if he's nuts.
Yeah, I kind of owe him everything.
Hmm.
And he's the reason Andre isn't as crazy as
Oh.
you'll see when we get there. Before he went Doolally, he made something that can help with the madness. And I think that's gone now. It's recipe's lost, kind of back of his brain. Before he lost it, I managed to concoct a minor version of it, but it doesn't last long. You kind of have to drink it in the bodies because it requires
You're
marrow.
cutting out again.
He goes, it only helps for a little while, and you have to maintain it, but it drives you kind of more nuts. And that's why I was getting the bodies, because
Hmm.
marrow is kind of one of the ingredients. Weird, I know.
Oh, it's not just a weird hobby.
No, it's not just a weird hobby.
If you had said that, all you have to say is it's for medicine. That's less weird than just having a weird grave robbing hobby.
Yeah, but hey, I don't know how much you know about Scrivello, so I could have just given away the fact I knew him if I was saying it was for medicine. I wouldn't kid. What do I know about medicine?
I don't know. You're an enchanted wooden kid.
Sure.
You, I don't know. You could be a witch doctor.
I mean, I could be if I practiced.
Yeah. I don't know. I know all kinds of weird things that people don't expect me to know.
That's useful. Keep that.
Yeah, exactly.
I need everyone to make a stealth check for me as you're
Just
going
checking
through
we
the
still
alley.
got Genie with us, yeah?
Yeah, Genie's still with you.
Also,
cool. I'll
can
keep an eye on her.
84 can 84 please message into Norman's brain
Okay.
and
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
just be like, just to check, are you absolutely sure you don't know anybody who looks like me who is older?
You get a response, and he goes, I mean, there might be. There's an area of this town that no one's allowed, so that they could live there, or I don't know. I don't know everyone. I barely leave Gravello. I'm sorry. But Nara, go ahead and make an insight check for me.
Oh. That is 7.
7.
Yeah.
Cool. What was everyone's stealth check?
22.
Oof.
22. Cool.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it was a natural 1.
Oof. Okay, you did better than me.
Jam?
What?
No!
No, not better than me. I did better than you, at least. I meant to say I feel better about my role.
I was going to
Being
say, how
8.
do you do worse than 1?
Okay, so as you're making your way through this like town, trying to like skirt the alleyways and stay fairly out of sight, there is a point where Norman sort of beckons you into an alleyway a little bit, and members of the chosen few sort of go past. And he looks, he goes, "Okay, all clear," and then you start making your way again, and you hear the voice, a familiar voice to all of you. To Naren's, from just like off to the left of you, and you look, and Dorothy is standing there, and she goes, "Do we know you? I don't recognize your faces, or your clothes, or..." And she looks at Norman and she goes, Praise be to him. And she starts walking away.
Praise be to him.
And you sort of look.
Is that the
She's-
mother, by the way?
It's the mother
Yes,
of
it
Isla.
is.
You see, like she's as you like walk, as she's starting to walk away. You see her like looking at you, as if she's like looking behind her at you, and you see her starting to hasten towards the chosen.
I was
few.
going to say, just before she headed off,
Yep.
could I have grabbed her hand and put her cross back in her hand?
Yeah. So you grab her hand. You put the cross back in her hand. You're the one that killed her.
Didn't.
Chosen few heretics.
Oh no!
And
Oh
I need you to
no!
all
We
roll
were gonna
initiative
get
for me.
away with it. For
What
fuck's
are we
sake,
rolling?
we were
Poison
gonna be
spray.
fine.
Okay. I
We're
need
gonna be
everyone to
fine.
roll initiative for
We
me.
were.
I rolled a nat one.
Yeah, but she also said, whatever.
She was making her way to the chosen few.
Yeah.
I
That
know,
was
but we
before-
would have had
after
a
Ekon gave her back her
moment.
cross.
We would have had a moment to do things.
Now we get
I
a
would have
moment to
had a
kill
moment
things.
to hide.
Hey, I'm just trying to bring Garina back out with this fight, alright?
Yeah.
You know what?
And
You
so
know
we-
what? You know what? Yeah.
Just appears out
However-
like, from the
however-
rooftop, like ah.
Yeah.
The other
I've
side
been
of it
here!
is the other side of it is Garina ends up fighting for the other side because her brain's gone, man.
Maybe.
And we end up
Refuse-
fighting Garina.
I don't
refuse
want to
believe
do
that is an
that.
option.
I really hope not.
Okay,
Because
so
I'm gonna
She
die.
will fuck me up if he gets
Yeah.
it in with axe.
We're gonna die.
84.
Sorry, initiative.
Yeah.
21.
And at this point we are in, so you would be in the round by this point. 21. Lovely.
21.
So there are
my
three
best
chosen few
initiative
members, by the way, that are just walking. Jam.
22. And I used my boots of alertness.
Woo!
I remembered they exist.
Hey,
Yay! Well
Naren,
done.
17.
17. Lovely stuff. Okay. So top of the combat round, as Dorothy alerts the chosen few, they sort of turn and look at you all and are about to head towards you. Jam, it's your go first.
Okay. So what am I seeing in front of me real quick?
So at the moment, the street that you're on is fairly narrow. It's probably several feet wide, and there are just like buildings either side. There are a few alleyways that are dotted between this street. You see boxes and tables and things that look almost like stalls, like lowly stalls. Dorothy is stood in front of you, and the chosen few are just off down the street, roughly about 40-50 feet away from you.
Ah, shit. Do they definitely look like they're charging at us?
Oh yeah, they've seen you and they're like briskly walking towards you now.
Are they holding any weapons or anything?
Doesn't look like it from what you can tell. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Sorry, I'm asking loads of questions.
No, it's alright. It's fine. That's what happens. when there's no-
Perception. 18.
18.
Yeah.
You're fairly certain they're not carrying weapons.
Ah, shit. Okay. I don't like that they're not carrying weapons. It makes me a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Jam's just gonna say, please don't fight us, because if you attack us, I plan to win.
Are you gonna hold an
and-
action?
I am gonna hold an action. Just because I'm assuming they're not at us yet.
Not yet, no.
So I'm going to hold an action. If they get close to any of the party members that are currently here, I would like to swing.
Okay. With Jam's held action, 84, it's your go.
84 is going to
Didn't roll.
use her bonus action to hide initially.
Yep.
So whether that means she scampers up a part of a building,
up to you.
or
How do
just
you wanna
goes around
hide?
a part of an alley, because obviously without a map,
Yeah. So there's
don't
like
know
the
what I'm
buildings
doing,
are
so-
like a couple stories tall, and there are
Okay.
alleyways and stuff that you can see. So it depends on how 84 to hide in this situation. It's up to
Okay,
you.
well, I still want to be able to see what's going on.
Okay.
So basically, she just wants to be able to hide around enough of a corner that she's basically, if she stands back, she's invisible to them, but she can look around and see.
Okay. Yeah. There's
so
an
yeah,
alleyway that's got a fair view of the street that is like boxed off, and it's got like various things that you
Yeah.
can sort of hide behind.
So she would like to take a bonus action to hide, please. So
Nice.
I will roll for stealthies.
Nice.
So that is a 14 plus 9. So
Lovely stuff. So
9.
23.
So 23.
Yep.
Then she's going to hold her action. And she's essentially going to get her bow ready.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to aim her bow at one of the chosen few.
Okay.
And basically, if they try and attack or capture, any of our members, including Norman,
Okay.
so
So
she
just
will
choosing a
fire.
target, left, right, or middle. Which one would you like?
Which one is Jam close? Which one is currently closest to Jam? Because anyone but that, basically.
Okay.
Jam will go for that one.
In the way they are, they're in like kind of like a triangle formation. So one's
Okay.
up front, and the left and right are just either side, slightly behind. So
Okay.
it's up to you which one you.
So she'll
which you choose.
go
They're
for
about
one of
50
the ones further behind. So I guess the one on the left.
Okay, awesome. Keep that in mind. So with your held action, the chosen few, they are going to use their action to like dash towards you, but they do it in a very brisk way, just almost like strolling really fast, like power walking basically. And you see them like with their chains and things, and you see them hold their hands out as if they're going to restrain you.
Okay.
But that's each of their turns. Sorry, that was
yes,
towards Jam and
that
Naren.
triggers.
That
And
triggers.
that triggers.
So that does trigger yours. So which one? So Jam go first, and then
Mhm.
A4 you can roll as well.
Okay. Which one is closest to me?
It'll be the middle one.
The middle one. I'm swinging.
Mm-hmm.
Swing, swing, swing. Okay. To hit. Ooh, I'm 19.
Woo!
19. Oh shit! Yeah, great, nice. That hits.
Hell yeah. Okay. I need my D8.
Love that.
Yeah.
What
Max
is-
damage.
Love
Eight.
that.
Nice.
So it's doubled, right?
Yeah, max damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever dice you roll is doubled.
Hallelujah. So that is 16, 17, 18, 19 points of damage.
Damn.
That's-
How do you want to like cut this middle one up?
I would just like to say, I told you I plan to win. And I'm just gonna swing and just immediately decapitate him.
Nice. You go
Just like you did the daughter.
cutting through.
Yeah.
Oh god. Cutting through the head, and you see the hood just like grip on the mask, sort of like go flying, and you see that horrid twisted Play-Doh face behind the mask as it tumbles across the road, and you see the body just flump.
That was my first swing.
That was your first swing. Go ahead, you got two more.
Swing, swing,
I got
swing.
two more. There's three of these fuckers.
Hey, there it is.
I
And
might
they're all-
not even have to
going
do
this way.
anything.
Yeah, they're all
Um,
within 5 feet of you. So, since it triggers both your actions at the same time, 84, go ahead and do a roll.
Okay, and because I'm hidden, I also get my sneak attack.
You do indeed.
So that's a 16 plus 6
That hits.
to hit. So I now roll 4d6.
Nice.
Ash is just vibing. This is just like, oh, nice little show.
Don't even know.
So that's a 6, 5, a 4, a 2, and a plus 3. So 20 points of damage.
Beautiful.
How do you want to kill the? How do you want to kill the left one?
She's going to like this guy like hears the whistling of the bow and like turns and it goes
Mhm.
straight through his eye. Like,
Oh,
like,
beautiful.
goes straight through his
Out the other side,
Yeah.
Jam. You see the arrows, and you see the body just like scatter to the ground. Jam, go ahead and roll your second attack on the right one.
Okay. It's 18.
Aaron's just stood there watching this whole thing go down like really quickly.
I'm fully just picturing Naren being exactly like how Ash is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you roll, Jam?
But I rolled an 18 and it's +6, so
It's,
I'm assuming I hit.
yeah, that's
And then it said D6 for this one. Again, max damage. Way. 6, 8, 9.
9 points of damage. You slash it across it, leaving a massive gash in its chest, but it's still barely standing.
Okay, one more.
Cool.
One more. Bloop. Oi, boy. 30. 30. 90. Okay. Yeah. So that's 19 total.
Okay.
To hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yay. And then that's another D8. Bloop. 8. 2. 5 points of damage.
How do you want to kill this last one?
Yeah. Oh, I feel like it should be really dramatic, but this is with my longsword. So I kind of just want to like just thrust it into him and just push him off my sword and
For
just
free?
be moving on with my day.
Nice. I did hear that, Ash. Well done.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, for free?
Nice.
You've thrust into him for free, and you pull your sword out for free. And he goes crumpling onto the ground. And you like turn, you see Norman being like, "My bag's in the fucking graveyard. We gotta go." And you see the chosen few, the flesh just like molding together. He goes, "That's why I need my bag. Let's go!" And he starts like running down the street.
All right, away we go, guys. Skedaddle.
Okay, great, good. Grand.
You start like,
Is
yeah.
Dorothy still there for the second?
yeah. She's like sort of just on the side of the
Cool.
the road.
We didn't kill your daughter. She turned into a rotter because these fuckers are poisoning all of you. Bye.
You sort of like run,
Yeah.
and you just see her like confused, holding her cross. And she runs.
Can I just do a quick head count as well? I want to make sure that Jeannie and Boris are
Jeannie
here.
still with us.
Yep, Jeannie's still with you. Yep.
Cool.
And Boris?
And Boris?
Yeah, Boris is still with you. Yeah. Everyone is
Oh,
accounted for. With Norman up front, you see him just like running past. There are a few people on the street at this point. It's sparse, but there are a few people that sort of see you just running, and like are very confused. And as you're running, Norman just goes, "Fire! Fire stops him from doing that for a little bit. So if you got any fire things, do it. But we don't have time to get back to the graveyard for my bag." Ugh. And he runs, and eventually you get to just like an open street. It's like almost looks like a crossroads. You see the graveyard just off in the distance. You see the gate leading to that large cathedral, and you also see that massive fence that stretches for miles. And Norman sort of stops in the middle of this thoroughfare and this like split off road, and he goes, I really would have loved to blow up that fence. Maybe another time." And he looks down, and you see just like a manhole cover. And he sort of looks around for a little bit, and he goes, "This might take some time, so make sure no one's looking at us, and if anyone comes near us, take care of him, yeah?"
Wait, is he going to get his bag? I thought it was in the
No.
graveyard.
He's looking down at this manhole, and he seems to be to it.
Oh,
So there's
I'm
thought we
guessing
were
where.
no. He said he doesn't have time to get to the graveyard to get his bag. You're just
where?
like,
How
running.
far away is the graveyard?
It's like several dozen feet like off. You can see like the Rancid Church and things like that. But you can see also on the street, people are paying attention to you having ran through this street.
Question.
Yes.
Is it close enough for me to send a mage hand to go get said bag?
Oh no, damn. How far is Mage Hand?
Down. 30 feet.
No, it's way
Okay.
way out
Yeah.
than that. Yeah, you can
30
you
feet
can
is
like
not that
just
far.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just checking. I was
No,
like,
that's fair.
we don't have to go that far. I was like, then.
Yeah, no, it's
Going-
not like it's not close, but it's not super far away.
Can I cast darkness before we go into the manhole cover?
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Nice.
How far does that stretch?
Now I gotta look it up. It's a thing. Oh, where is it? There it is. It is 15-foot radius.
Okay.
So it's just like around us.
You are enveloped in a circle of darkness, and only Naren can see right now.
And I just start pushing people down the manhole.
The manhole's not open yet. Norman just goes,
Oh well.
"What the
yeah.
hell?"
No, when it's open, I was just like,
Okay.
because he's like grabbing it, and then as he's lifting that out in darkness.
No. He's asking you to cover him because he's doing something to the manhole. It's not open yet. He's not open yet. He's
Never
asked you to
mind then.
acknowledge
Ignore
he's
that.
Doing something.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
we're
can
just
cast it
looking
if you want
out.
to.
Does it look complicated? What he's got to do?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check for me.
Okay. And nice. Intelligence. 18.
18. It looks fairly complex. There looks to be like around the edges. There looks to be some sort of like arcane runes and some sort of mechanism that is like hidden with a thing that he sort of latches up, and you can see him fiddling with it.
Okay. In that
Does
case, he
anyone
kind of
have
needs his
anything
eyes.
flammable
So
on them?
have what?
Does anyone have anything flammable on them?
Me?
Okay.
I was about to
Like-
say you have magic.
I have fire.
Oh, yeah, you have
fire. Wall of
I thought
fire.
you meant yourself. You are flammable.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm fire resistant.
I was more thinking of like if these things don't like fire, creating
We all
I
have
have-
torches.
I have a flask of oil. In fact, I have 2 flasks of oil.
that would work if we make like a big old ring, but then it also like kind of identifies where we are.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
It's the glory of fire.
Anyway.
Instead,
Scratch that.
instead,
have-
TJ, and I dip some of my arrows in the flasks of oil.
Yes, you
please,
can. Sure.
And prep them ready for
Yeah.
setting on fire.
How many arrows are you wanting to
Thanks.
like coat in oil?
Let's say 5.
Okay,
Say
5
5.
arrows. You've got 5 oil-coated arrows.
Lovely, thank you.
No worries. Darren,
Are
what were
we
you saying?
yeah. Are we actually being chased right now, or are we just being watched?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Oh. It's only a 7.
7. At the moment, all you can see is people like watching you. As people like go back, like come past you, you can see that they are like walking briskly away from you as they're just looking at this
Hmm.
group of people doing something very suspicious.
Cool.
So we need more of a distraction rather than prepping at the moment. God damn! If only I kept that confetti cannon. Ah,
They're always useful confetti cannon.
And 84, please start playing. Do you like sit down and play some like soothing melody? As a
Okay.
distraction.
Where would you want to
Alright.
do this? Because you are in quite an open space. Where would you want?
Yeah.
Where would you want to be? Like away from the
Um,
door?
Yeah, like a little bit away from where the actual manhole cover is.
Okay.
Like so that she is facing towards the manhole cover, so that people coming to her would be
Yeah.
facing away from the manhole cover.
Okay.
Essentially,
Go ahead and make me a
Um,
charisma save and a performance check for me.
charisma save and a
Yeah,
performance check.
To see
okay?
if the charisma save is to essentially see if you can like dispel the suspicion, and the
Yeah.
performance is
And
like
the-
will
yes.
boost to that basically.
Yes, charisma save is a 16 plus 3, so 19.
Okay.
Performance. Oh, nat 20 plus 6. 26, baby.
Okay, so what
Yeah.
happens is
Oh, yeah.
as you like run away from the group and like face the manhole cover to like try and play this melody, you will see 84 just like lock in and start like playing, and it sounds incredible. And people that are like
Best
walking
music
past you
I've ever
looking,
played.
you can see that their suspicions haven't been dispelled, but the melody is catching their attention and they are like looking. They're not coming towards you, but you are drawing the eyes of people away from what Norman is doing.
Yes. And I know this is not how Song of Rest is technically used. Song of
Okay.
Rest is obviously used when Song of Rest is normally used when people are having a short rest and you use it to give an extra 1d6 hit dice.
Yeah.
However, I would like to use it in the sense of flavor, in the sense of in game it gives 1d6 hit dice, which is essentially giving you extra, making you feel extra rested, which is giving you extra life. In this sense, I would like my music to be calming to everyone around me, so the people who are listening are feeling extra calm and are feeling kind of rejuvenated a little bit because of it. Can we do that?
I will roll them.
It doesn't have to be players. I just mean like the people I'm distracting. Like, so they're almost feeling good from it.
I will roll some constitution checks to determine how much of the crowd that is like looking at you feels this. I was gonna say something. Fuck. God damn it, it's the first time I've forgotten something that's to do with game stuff. Oh, piss. I'll roll these constitution saves. Okay. Okay. So roughly half of like, obviously the group isn't gathered, but there are people like looking at you and paying attention. Roughly half of the people that like walk past you and like look at you are sort of like, you do see a difference in their walking and their demeanor as you play this and they start to like walk away. The people that aren't so calmed about this are still suspicious and are not walking away, but the people that are feeling this tune are almost like leaving. They're just sort of dissipating. So in this moment, Jam and Naren, what are you doing as Norman is still just sort of like working on this manhole cover?
Against Naren's better judgment, she's going to dance along to the melody.
Okay.
In a distracting fashion.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'll say that's just like helping 84 when you're just like next to her, like doing a little jig. Jam.
Okay. You didn't want a performance check?
With the natural 20 from 84, I don't think there's one necessary.
Oh, that's annoying. I also rolled a natural 20.
Hey, okay. Yeah, incredible. There are more people like turning away from like what's going on with Norman at the moment.
Oh, natural 20 plus 5. 25.
Jam.
That is a good question. I'm having loads of ideas, but none that like work for Jam.
Any ideas is good ideas.
Well, I was thinking of like making it so that there was like, so that it doesn't look like they're running from us, but they're still running from something if they could choose to continue to run. And I was thinking, what if we get Katie to do the mage hand thing, put like a cloak or something on it, light it on fire, and send it on its way so that like it's like something that's like spooking them off, and it's also on fire, so it's gonna like spook the chosen. But obviously, I don't think Jam has seen 84 do mage hand, so he doesn't even know that exists.
You've seen it at least once before. You saw it in the forest. As
I did it in the forest.
Garina.
I used it to help guide you guys.
I didn't think that Jam knew about that.
So you know that she can do it.
Spectral and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. My other idea.
Yeah.
Was like setting beetroot on them.
Oh my god.
Him.
Release the hounds.
But the catastrophe that would cause.
Sounds perfect.
If you can find an item big enough for Beetroot to turn into to chase them away, because at the
But
moment he
then
is
there's
still
a
a pet.
problem. Is Beetroot still gonna come back? That's my concern.
Who knows?
You have been
Who knows?
feeding him.
Exactly. This
You
is
have
my
been feeding
concern.
him, yeah. So
I have been feeding him.
Mm.
But I'm not really sure what to do. If now instancing, I don't think Jam's going to be able to resist. He's going to think it's a little bit weird of a situation, but you know what? He's going to join in. He's going to join in and he's
Oh,
going to dance.
yeah.
And Jam is probably also thinking of the time that 84 doesn't remember about.
I do now.
Yeah.
I got my memories back. Once I
Yeah,
died,
that's
I got
yeah.
my memories back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
hasn't.
of
She hasn't
course.
really divulged too much of what she like remembers now. Yeah, she has.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember all the good things that happened to 84 when she died?
So many good things happened to me when I died. Like so many.
Anyway, Jam's probably thinking about the time that he danced with 84 at the ball, and he's just trying to like think happy thoughts to like distract himself as well.
Aw. Boris
yeah,
comes
that's-
over as well and just starts like waddling and jigging with you. He shakes his head, and on his head is like a very puffy, showy, offy, feathered like cap. And he's just sort of like wiggling along. Jeannie is just sort of like stood next to Norman, sort of looking off and seemingly just like standing guard. Go ahead and everyone make a perception check for me.
Ooh. 10.
10. Jam.
Perception.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna scroll to it. Perception. But either way, it's really fucking good. 13.
13. What was yours, Naren?
14.
14. Okay. It looks as if, from what you can see, a lot of people just sort of like looking, narrowing their eyes, looking away, and some of them just sort of sticking around, but none of them are looking at Norman. And then Norman sort of like fiddles a little bit more and he goes, "Shit. I need my bag. Someone's got to run to the graveyard. There's something in there that I forgot."
Jam's gonna go.
Is it-
Okay, so you see Sam immediately just turn and run.
I was going to dimension door, but alright.
I mean, that does make sense, but you two are doing such a good job of distracting at the moment.
Very good
Jam's
job.
going.
That's fair.
So with 84, Naren, and Boris doing crowd control, Jam, you run and you bolt it towards the graveyard. It takes you a little bit to get there, not like too long though, and like out of breath. You get to the fence where you all like jumped over. Where 84 and Norman jumped. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check to see if you can.
Ah, shit. The investigation.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's also at this point you see, like, as you're running to the graveyard, you see just down the road there are members of the Chosen Few making their way towards the commotion.
Okay. What was it? 16?
Investigation. 16. Looking around a little bit, you see the body, you see where you tackled Norman. Shit, where is it? You run to, like, the coffin lid, and next to the toolbox that was there, you see just a small little satchel just sat, like, by the side of the toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
And as you grab it, you hear, "Back are we, Jam?
Oh.
Visitors again."
I'm just gonna scoop up the bag and just be like, "Yeah, but no time to stop. Sorry, bye." Go.
Sort of like jump over the fence, and he goes, "I'll be seeing you now." As you like run back down the street, and you can see the Chosen Few. You see a group of 3, and then like out from an alleyway, you see another group of 4.
Also, I want to just quickly clarify. I want to do like a quick gather up, like anything that I think has fallen out of the bag. I want to like just grab and throw in the bag, and then I'm just going.
Okay. In that case, I'll say in your like hasting hastily like actions. You sort of take anything you see on the ground, just
Mhm.
whatever's like on the ground that may have fallen out. You put a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
in, and you run and
Yeah.
leg it.
Mhm.
Running down the street, you start to see more and more chosen few sort of like gaining attention. And as you run up to Norman, he sort of grabs the bag from you, spills out its contents, and you see, most notably, you see a couple things fall out. You see 3 vials of what looks to be like orange bubbling liquid. And there is also like what looks to be like a long pen type of object that he just grabs and starts like working the thing, and then starts moving it in ways that almost resemble the runes that are carved on the side of the manhole.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm also going to quickly like relay that I can see that I saw that the chosen few are making their way towards us.
Okay, he goes, this is going to take another minute or so. I'm going to need a lot more than just a bandstand to distract them. That's going to distract the public, but they're not going to listen to that, so you got to do something. I need a little bit more
Okay, I'm going to relay my plan about the mage hand to 284 real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So assuming that you've relayed that to me.
Jam is
Okay.
like getting out his like tinderbox and everything. He's rummaging in his bag for like any uniforms he doesn't need because he's collected so many to wrap around the mage hand.
Yeah. Okay. She'll cast Mage Hand, but it can only go 30 feet away from her.
Where did I see the chosen few mainly coming from?
Back from where you, with where you are now, where you saw them just now, they're coming from mostly back where you, and you're starting to slowly but surely see them gate that leads to that cathedral as well. So basically,
Jam's just going to point in their direction.
in front of you.
Did I see a bigger group? Which group is biggest?
The biggest group is coming from behind you at the moment, from what you can see.
Okay, I'm going to point to that group.
If they get too close, I can cast Wall of Fire.
Yeah, okay.
It's a ring as well. I can do a ring,
Yeah.
so we'll be fine.
Beautiful.
We'll be golden.
But at the moment, we're just trying to distract them away. But this will work, I'm sure.
Okay. Then if you give 84 the cloak, because she's also got a tinderbox, so she can set herself. Then she's going to go and try and find a hiding spot which is relatively close to where the chosen few already are. Before she sets up the mage hand and sets it on fire and like I guess spooky ukis it in their general direction.
Okay.
I'm just like, picturing it on fire mage hand going
literally though. Like 84 just in the background going ooh.
So currently the chosen few they're not running, so they are briskly walking towards you. So if you like run towards them, you'll be able to like cut them off and find a decent place for you to position yourself.
Okay, yes.
What are you doing next? They are sort of just almost like droningly just moving forwards. There is now a group of about 8 or 9 of them.
Great. I'm just gonna find a space to hide in.
Yep.
So they don't
roll
see
a
me.
stealth check.
Yep. That's a unnatural 20.
Lovely stuff. Easily done.
So now I am going to cast my mage hand. I'm gonna put that cloak over the top.
What
was that? Sorry, your thing went really loud.
That was.
Yeah,
that was gross.
Screamed
I heard like a scream. I was like, "Holy
Sorry.
Shaletown!"
Shaletown's real. Carry on.
And I'm gonna set it alight with a tinderbox.
Yep.
And I'm going to rush them with it.
Okay. The cloak goes up in flames. You cover your mage hand with it, and you just run towards the mage hand. Is it 30 foot in front of you? Is it? Or are you having it a little closer to you?
So I'm basically going to be hiding as close to them as I possibly can be.
Okay.
So that I can chase them away a bit. So my idea is that basically I can be, say, on the roofs
Right.
of some buildings above them, and I can
Yeah.
basically run alongside where they are, so I can
Okay.
run with my ghosty hand.
I love it.
I can
Okay.
run the roofs and chase them with the fire hand. Is
Okay.
basically my plan.
Like a tailing mission from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Goddamn.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
on the rooftops looking down at this large group of chosen few, and you send your mage hand down with the fiery cloak on top of it, and you start to like pull it as you're like running along the rooftops. Let's see how many of them start to be affected by this. Do 4 rolls to determine. Wow. Okay.
Actively gonna
So-
try and get in their grills.
So as you're like running towards them, this flaming cloak on top of your mage hand, you don't see like reactions from them, but you definitely see them stop dead in the street. Most of the group stops, bar 2, and the other 2 just sort of like they acknowledge this thing and give it a wide berth, but carry on. But the others have almost like this thing has almost cast a barrier, as you've just sort
I
of
was
put it in
about to
front
say,
of them,
can
and
I-
they're walking back as you're moving.
Can
it
I
towards
go
them.
round them like a sheepdog does with a herd? And
Yes,
start
yes,
like
you can.
trying to like gather the other 2 that don't seem to care and be like, no, 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 no.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity
the
save
group.
for me.
Sure.
Actually, no. Go ahead and roll me a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier to see if you can get the hand around in time before to like
Okay.
to corral them all in.
Spellcasting ability is my charisma, so that's an 18.
18, yeah. So like as the other 2 start to like move out of this radius, you're like no, 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 and you pull the mage hand round and you start circling them, and the others sort of all up, and the other 2 sort of slowly walk back, and you've almost like caged them in this invisible ring of scared. So you have about 9 of them that you're just circling with a mage hand, and Norman sort of looks and goes,
Excellent.
well, that's impressive. Okay. Now for those guys,
Amazing.
and Jam, you see, like from the gate, there is another like fairly large group of chosen few making their way towards you.
Mm-hmm. Jam's just gonna tap Naren on the shoulder and just be, oh, I'm running. And
Excellent.
I feel like she's going to understand the jamishness.
So, how many are there, and how far away are they?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Counted them myself.
So you can, from their distance, they're about 60, 70 feet away from you at this point.
Okay. And how many are there? Sorry.
What was the perception check that you rolled?
12.
12. At the moment, you can see about 7 of them.
Cool. Are they sort of like in a line, or like?
No, they're all sort of bunched up, just making their way towards you.
Cool. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to make a flame wall in their path,
Okay.
like going across the whole thing. How wide is that stretch?
So the path itself leading up to the that gate, I'd say is roughly about 20, 25 foot wide.
Amazing. It's 20 foot. So
Oh, nice. So you flame all the entire path and just block the way.
Yeah.
And you can't see or hear anything at the moment, but you assume it's worked just as much as 84's mage hand is on fire.
Yeah.
And
Obviously, I'm making the damage side the side that's towards
of
them.
course, yeah.
Yes.
So as you sort of look down, Norman just goes, "Oh, you guys are actually pretty useful." Yeah. When you see the manhole cover just and glow, this like eerie purple glow as it lifts and parts aside and just drops on the thing, and he goes, "Okay, everybody down." And he just leaps down.
Oh. Sorry, I just realised I can make the wall of fire 60 foot long.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
So you will
Cool.
see this happen. Yeah, so Darren, Jam, Boris, and Jeannie.
I
see this
message
happen.
84.
Okay, you message 84, and like whilst you're like
Yeah.
corralling them, having a little bit of fun, before you hear this, you turn, and Norman's gone, and the hole is open.
Okay, we are going to try and do. You're going to make me roll for this, but I want to try and do something
Okay.
really epic.
Okay. Go on, tell
So
me what you want.
I want to do like a run along the buildings, and then I want to do like a jump off the buildings, like roll, and then like as I roll, like go into the manhole from the roll.
I'm definitely going to need you to make
Yeah.
acrobatics check for that.
I understand that, but I just want to be really cool. I was just like, yeah. 18 plus 6.
Hey,
Boom,
okay.
Baby.
So as you just like you run, are you dispelling your mage hand or?
I will keep it going as far as it can.
Okay.
So it will still remain 30 feet away, and as soon as I get to the manhole, it will then dispel.
Okay, right, lovely. So as you're like running, they're like where you corralled them, they're like just out of the 30-foot. Well, actually, no, they're about 40 foot away from the manhole. So as you keep like covering them with the thing, and you run. How does this look? What does everyone see as 84 leaps off this building and rolls onto the ground? Because by the time you hit the ground, your mage hand starts to like come with you and starts to burn some of the chosen few.
By the way, sorry, just as she's rolling towards us, as soon as she's within 20 feet, I would like to then cast another flame wall around us because it's a
Okay.
20-foot radius.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
So you drop the first one, and then once she gets into range. So 84. How does this look as you jump off this building and do a really badass thing?
You just explained it, TJ. Badass.
Okay.
Right, so she she's running to the edge of this building, and you just sort of see her go almost head first, and immediately sort of into a flip, which then goes into a roll onto the floor, and she's rolling, and then sort of straight into a dive into the manhole. Like there is no stop there. It is momentum all the way into that manhole. She's like, I can do this in one, like hole in one goal. She is the winner of mini golf today. And that mage hand is just like, if this was a video game, the mage hand would be there ready to give her a high five. You know, she's going into the manhole, you'd be like, yeah.
I love it. So when you just like slide in and you drop, I need you to make a dexterity save for me. See if you can, because you don't know what's down there. You're sort of like rolling in. And as 84 gets about 20 foot in front of you, Jam, you see Nara just with flame wall just come around you within 20 feet.
Not my best. It's a 14.
14. You stumble a little bit, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you sort of like roll in, and your foot gets caught on what seems to be like a ladder, and you just go tumbling, but you manage to catch yourself a little bit, and you don't take a lot of damage.
That's fine. I'm willing to take that for how cool I looked.
Definitely.
It's worth it.
So, what the rest of you do? What is Naren and Jam do? Boris has followed the moment like 84 like rolled it in. That was so cool, and just like flutters down.
Yeah, Jam's just diving in after 84.
Okay, awesome.
Guess
Jam,
I'll get
you
the
dive
manhole
in.
cover then.
As you're
I
like,
guess I'll get the manhole cover.
as you're like lifting it, it's fairly heavy, and it's like difficult to move. And Norma goes, "But get the manhole covered. Don't worry about it. I've got it covered. Just jump." And as you look,
I mean, do you reckon I could get it pulled over in 1 minute?
yeah, you could definitely. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll get it pulled over then.
Okay. As you're like dragging it along, you look at Jeannie, and Jeannie hasn't jumped down. She's just sort of staring off blankly, almost as if she's just like.
I'm gonna push the old lady down the hole.
As you like go to like push her, your hand goes straight through her like Play-Doh, and you see her eyes just sort of dissociate a little bit, and you start to see her clothes go, and her face melt, her hair goes, and you just see her melt into a clump of clothes. And we're gonna go have a little break.
Is this what happened to Garina?
We're gonna have a little break there.
Is this where Garina fucking went? She just turns into a Play-Doh? Is she now edible? Is she the
Play-Doh's
favorite
not
snack
edible.
of toddlers?
So, cool. Right, so Naren, as you see Genie melt into just like a steaming flesh goop, are you jumping in?
Well, yeah. As soon as I see that happen, I'm just gonna be like, what of her clothes is there? Like, what can I take?
All of all of her clothes are just like
Cool. I'm just gonna take it and throw it down the hole.
okay. As you pick them up, you realize that like they're not clothes; they're just sort of like part of it. They just look like clothes.
Oh.
And so as you like pick them up, they are
Anything
it's
real?
like seemingly not. No.
Okay. I'll take some of it as evidence of what the fuck.
Okay, you like pick
Yeah.
up a bit of Jeannie's like robes and like holding it. It's cornstarch when it's not
Yeah.
like being battered. It kind of feels like that. You have to keep moving it in order for it to be solid. And you just sort of like jump down, take the manhole cover with you, and as you jump, Norman's just like, the manhole cover sorts itself out. Bear with me, and takes the thing and just like cuts across around it and across it, and you just see it light up, and he goes, "Okay, that should be fine for now. But now they know where it is, so it won't take them long. We gotta move. Follow me." And this is what you see.
Oh no. Oh no, guys! It's a battle map.
Uh-oh.
It's a mappo.
Yeah.
It's a long one.
So Genie turned to goop.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
what?
Genie turned to goop. This is goop.
And you see.
I don't know
in
how
time,
else to say it. Goop.
You see Genie's cloak just like melting as he fondles it.
Goop.
84. I need you to roll me a d10 and take 5 points of stress.
Shit.
5 points of stress. Okay. Do I tell you what I rolled on the D10, or do I keep it to myself?
You can say it if you want. You just redact it from your sanity as you're like looking at this
Oh, okay.
cloak.
Sorry, sneezels.
Um,
Very violent sneezels.
Shit.
Oh, that's not good. Fuck.
This is not the time to be rolling high, Katie.
Well, I got a 9, so.
Oh.
so
Yeah, fuck you, Aries. High rolls.
Oh.
I know.
what's your
Hmm.
sanity at currently? 84.
Well, it was at 73. Take 9.
Oof.
Okay, so that's
no.
66. Jam, what you at? 94, right?
92.
92. Naren, you're at 50.
Yeah, take away 40 from Aries' one.
Okay.
Why are you swearing at me? I'm the one in the shit.
Okay, so
My sanity. Leave me alone.
Darren's come
No,
down
my
with
sanity is 52.
this cloak, and she's told you that that Genie has just melted.
Jam is just gonna like very clearly show that he's like stressed about everything that's going on right now.
Mhm.
But he's like, shit, fuck, okay, we gotta keep going. Otherwise this is just gonna keep happening. We gotta keep on the move as much as we can. And he's gonna like walk on, I guess.
Okay. 84.
TJ.
Yeah.
Can I roll for distrust or something of the party, please?
I'm gonna leave
considering
this
this keeps happening?
entirely up to you. If 84 feels untrustworthy of what so far you've lost 2 party members.
Mhm.
Jam said we have to just like leave it for now. We have to keep going. Naren is just holding it, going, "Oh, Genie's goop." If 84 no longer feels trustworthy of the party, then absolutely fine.
I would
Okay.
actually also say that Jam would have very clearly welled up.
Yeah, you can see that Jam is like stressed. But
Yeah.
it's entirely up to you whether you feel how 84 reacts to this.
I I would like her to pull a little bit away from the group,
Okay.
please.
Yep, no worries.
Are
Norman
you
just sort of
like
Yeah.
taking a step back, or are you like still following?
I am still gonna follow you, but I'm very much gonna be towards the back of the group. I'm not gonna be where I normally would, which is by your side or directly behind you. I'm gonna be at the back. I'm gonna be watching from behind.
I feel like Jan would probably notice this immediately if you're usually by his side.
So you would.
But he's going to understand the situation, I think. And he's just gonna like shake it off as much as he can and just keep going. He's determined to get to Orin Scrivello just so we can all get out of here as much as we can. Hopefully all in one piece and not goop.
I was about to say, how many more have to turn into goop?
Okay, so
Well, in
Naren is going to
Jan's
shoot an Eldritch Blast into the water.
you do, and you just see like nasty green brown liquid just spray everywhere.
Gross.
It's nasty, it smells, it's disgusting. There's a lot of waste in here. There
I
doesn't
got
seem
it.
to be anything that you can see. And
You got what?
Did you not see it? It was in the water.
No, it's like the graveyard all over again. You're shooting at nothing.
Right, you thank me later when I've saved your life.
so
He's going. Hey.
Norman sort of like comes up in front of the group and goes, "Look, sorry about your old lady, but we have to move."
Jan's just gonna say real quick, her name was Jeannie. And he's
Sorry.
just gonna like he's just gonna be like, let's just go. We gotta go.
Okay. Just a heads up, be careful down here. This place is filled with rotter worms, and they're not nice. So if you come across one, just try to get out as quickly as you can, or run.
How
You
big?
don't want it. I don't know. The last one I fought was a while ago, so about my size.
Okay.
So how are you moving through this space? Who wants to be going up front? Who would be leading? Not leading, but who wants to like go first? Because it is at this point, this walkway here is like a one person at a time kind of deal.
I'm gonna assume it's gonna be Jam.
Mhm.
I feel like that makes sense with the way that we're doing things at the moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, this order looks pretty good.
Okay.
84 is going to go behind Naren, whether
Okay.
Naren wants her to or not. So
Naren is going to be keeping a very good eye on 84.
she can, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Yeah, you can. Also, you can move. You can each move 4 spaces before you like need to sort of do whatever you need to, kind of thing. I'm sort of experimenting with like loosey goosey initiative stuff, so we're not going to do initiative yet because there's nothing around. So you can move your tokens, and also you can move about 4 spaces. So which way would you like to go? You can run across. You can go forward. Up to you.
I'm gonna wait until we get to that bridge to go across anywhere, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boris is on there with you.
Yeah.
Jan's gonna say like, I think I'm gonna wait until we get to the end and see what's on either side before I decide if we cross over. If you guys want to cross over, then that's fine. But
Well, Norman, which way are we going?
We're heading up this way, and we're gonna turn right, or left. I'm pretty sure it's right. I haven't. This is an emergency way. I haven't taken this way for a while, and I'm certain it's right.
Norman, in an emergency, you should really know where you're going.
Hey, this hasn't needed to be used for a very long time. I was gonna do the easy way. I'm not the one
Listen,
that killed
back
someone's little girl. I'm sorry.
at Jam's
Neither
just gonna
did
like go
we.
silent at that.
Look, I'm not gonna fight with you, okay? This is an emergency way. I haven't used it for a while. It's been a long time since I've even been on the Chosen Few's radar. So we'll go right, okay?
Okay.
And
Okay.
he keeps moving. Jam, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. John. Oh, natural 20.
Holy shit.
20.
Yeah.
Looking around, you can. The first thing that like hits you with it is just the smell is so rancid, but it's not because you're a farm boy. You've
Gross.
smelt like urine and feces and stuff like
Mhm.
that before. You're used to working on a farm with all sorts of animals, and you're used to working with pigs. This reeks of decay and rotting corpse-like smells and blood mixed in with all the other stuff. And as you're sort of like looking, it distracts you for a little bit, but you see on the bridge there is a figure slumped over the bridge. From your perception check, it's unmoving, doesn't seem to be breathing, and you can see the figure is like its skin looks blackened and amorphous. It's got now drooped tendrils coming from its back, and it looks fairly humanoid, but it's large. It's a roughly 7.5 foot tall figure slumped over the bridge, its legs dangling in the. And you sort of look at it and you do clock it. And Norman goes, I was afraid of that. If you haven't already, that's a rudder. Is that what you come up against?
It's not exactly what we've been fighting, is it? Or is it?
It doesn't like what you street before now.
Oh. Jam's gonna communicate that. It doesn't look exactly like what we've been fighting, no.
Weird. I mean, this is kind of what they mostly look like, so there's like different variants, like worms and stuff, but what was the one that you fought? What did that look like?
I can't remember off the top of my
Lots
head,
of
but Jam's gonna give a
mouths.
description.
Mouths and a lot of hair.
How big was it? Was it the size of that?
It was pretty tall. Spindly.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah.
You
Does
said it was a
anyone have
little-
like parchment or anything?
I don't think now is the time for a sketch.
Well, that's the only thing
84
I can think of
does.
doing.
There is literally a monster right there.
It's not currently attacking us.
84 will take out her diary.
Thank
And
you.
she will write in it another grotesque monster. Ew. And she'll draw it.
Okay. You draw it. Are you showing Norman the other Riley face as well, or have you not drawn?
Yeah, sure. I'll show him and be like,
Okay.
look, another grotesque monster.
He sort of looks and goes, "Oh, that sucks." I kind of look at the smirk. No. Cool.
You good?
Cool.
You're
Right.
grand.
Okay, so he sort of looks and he goes, "You know what? I'm not going to think about it. It's a smaller version. Just more shit on top of what we got to deal with. Just follow me."
Mhm.
And as you move further, Jam, you see a ripple in the water beside you.
Ew. No. Hate it. Naren? Naren!
You
now
blasted
you want
the
me to
other things.
Okay, well, I'm going to blast into the water, I guess, because Jam wants me to.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Cool. 16 plus 8.
That hits.
Cool.
So you
I
feel
hope so.
you see the water like dissipate when you blast something in the water.
Okay. And D10. Okay. So that is 12 points damage. And can I do the second blast if I still see it moving?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Turns out
Oh,
that's
okay.
actually
Well-
Orin Scrivello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just scuba diving. That is only 13.
13 misses. As you blast the first one, you shoot the other one. You sort of catch the bridge a little bit and chips a little bit off. You see the body of the rotter just fall into the water, and you see from the parting of this, from the parting of this water, you see what looks to be like a horrific, like tentacled worm that's got multiple tendrils coming off it with what looks to be almost like
Holy
a
shit.
skull, flesh skull for a face, as its mouth is like droopy and dripping with flesh. As you blast it, the water dissipates and you see it just look at you and go. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Horrible. That legit is horrible.
Yeah, it looks real funky.
Yeah.
Real gross.
22.
22 for Naren. Jam?
16.
Oh, 84, 16.
Sorry,
Jam?
got in there before
Also
you.
got 22.
22. What's your dex compared to Naren's?
Mine's 16.
Mine's 15.
Okay, so Naren goes first.
Holy shit.
Okay, so top of the combat round. Naren, you'll go.
Oh, nice. Cool. Wow.
This is also. Bear with me a second. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this is considered a surprise round as well because it hadn't seen you just yet.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Uh,
No, it hasn't seen you, but it's sensed you. But you get another go.
so we're gonna get one round without it attacking us, and then another round when
No.
it
So
does attack us.
it's not a surprise round. So it does attack you on this round
Cool.
because it
Okay.
would have sensed you.
Okay. Well, seeing it, I'm going to say in Abyssal, I'm just gonna be like, leave if you want to live, and then I'm gonna shoot another 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay, go ahead. Roll an attack.
Yeah. That is 16.
16 hits.
Nice. Okay. And oh, it's only 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Second one. That is 15.
15 hits. Yep.
Awesome. And that is oh, nice. That's 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Lovely stuff. Okay. So as you see it like writhing and a tentacle flies off of it, and you see it's like coagulated blood sort of mixing with the water and the rancid liquid in this stream. Anything else you wanted to do?
No, I said in Abyssal, leave if you want to live, and then shot it twice in the face.
Okay. You get a sense, by the way, that like with all the creatures you've spoken to at the moment, you're fairly certain that none of them speak Abyssal. You're fairly certain that none of them even understand you.
Cool.
As you blast this, Jam, it's your go.
Can I reach it?
From where you are, you can stand on the side and it'll be with disadvantage, or you can be in the water with it.
Oh, is it
So
like
like-
low? Is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's about 5 to 7 feet below you. You're like on a platform.
Cool.
Oh. Jam's gonna dry heave on it. First of all.
Poison damage.
Oh damn. I kind of wish I didn't ask you to Eldritch Blast it, but it's done now. It's a bit premature there, Ares.
Lol.
Oh.
I just followed orders.
Yeah, and that was your
So
own
trouble.
choice.
You
Wow.
can't spin this on me.
I will listen.
You endeavor to try, of course.
I guess I'm gonna swing at it.
Okay.
I'm not getting in the water. Why the
Okay.
fuck would I do that?
Go ahead and roll with disadvantage for me.
Okay. Oof. 10, 16, still. That's okay.
16 hits.
What am I rolling? D8. There we go. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Are all my swings going to be a disadvantage? I'm guessing so.
As long as you're on this platform, yeah.
Yeah. Ah! 16. Still a 22. Beautiful.
Wow, damn, fair play. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 and a 17, but then I add +6.
Nice.
And that's a D6 for that one. Boop. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. It's dice damage, not modifiers.
Then
For your second swing.
4.
4 points of damage, okay. How do you want to kill this thing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't think about this.
Got a lot of tentacles.
I'm assuming that he's like really awkwardly leaning over, like swinging at this thing, kind of like, so like he swung down with his battle axe, and then he's like, okay, and now I'm just realizing that he should have used a D8, not a D6, but it's fine, it's
That's
done now. So instead he's realized that his battle axe is not really like quite reaching it like as much as he wants it to, so he's just like gonna get out his longsword and he's just gonna like poke it.
Stab it in the forehead. I need you to roll a d10 for me.
Yeah, he's gonna dry heave. A D10. I've got everything
Do
else
these
other
things
than a
explode?
D10.
Do these things explode?
As Jam like stabs it, it doesn't seem like it. It just sort of like goes limp.
Does it inflict psychic damage whoever kills it?
What did you get on your d10? There.
I got 10.
Subtract 10 from your sanity for me as you like
Yeah.
stab this thing in its
Ooh.
head. As you're like holding your sword, you like look down and your sword is a writhing like flesh tentacle, and this thing is like looking at you, and you blink and it's just like your sword again, and you take your sword out and the thing just dies.
Jam's gonna dry heave. Yeah. I didn't like that.
Naren turns to 84 and goes, "Nothing in the water, eh?"
There was nothing that you shot at.
Yeah, I did.
She's not gonna answer you.
There's not squabble, guys. Alright, let's go.
Let me give Jam a pat on the back as well.
When you pat him on the back, it's like, oh, don't do that. And he throws up into the water.
He sort of looks at you and goes, right, just heads up. Go careful. Slow steps. Don't make too much noise. From what I remember from these things, they don't see too well, but they know you're around. I've always been super careful around them, so just move real slow and try not to draw attention to yourself.
Don't antagonize. Got it.
So every single time you move, I need you to make a check for me. Every time you move, I need you to make a check to determine how careful you will move.
A stealth check. Sorry, you went a bit more.
Yeah,
Every
so-
time we
Yeah.
move, we
yeah,
gotta
every
make
time you
stealth
move,
check.
you have to make a stealth check. Actually, so I'll tell you what.
Oh,
Every time you move, each half of your movement, make a stealth check to determine how carefully you're moving. So so if you've got 30 feet of movement, every 15 feet you'd have to make one.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Well, we haven't moved yet, guys.
You haven't moved just yet.
Yeah.
No, you're all still like
No.
there. Norman
Um,
is just sort of like moving forward very, very carefully.
Can-
And
Do
just
we
sort of
get
looking
Norman on the
behind.
board? Just so we
Uh,
can see where he's going.
Bear with me a second. I have to make him a token, which I can't do actually because I'm recording the thing, so I can't do that right now. So I will say
Alright.
I
Can
will
you
do
chuck
a.
a random character in?
I'm going to do a.
Not the tentacle one.
Ah, god damn it! Hold on. That's the
Sorry,
wrong one.
everyone. We're in a sewer and we want our tokens.
Right, just
I
because
want
he's a
a
kid,
visual.
I'm gonna put Scooter in.
Okay, that
Ah.
works.
So Norman's about here at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, I follow.
Okay.
So that would probably be. That's one stealth check.
Yep.
And then that's another. Okay, I'll do 2 stealth checks.
Okay.
Oh. So I'm rolling 2 dice at the moment. And I just rolled a 19 and a 20. I
Holy
got
shit!
Ooh.
Nice.
because I rolled disadvantage on stealth. But oh my god, that was a sexual experience.
So that's one stealth check. Go ahead and make another.
Okay.
You're not gonna top that.
No, you're right. I'm not. I rolled a natural 1. So he's like sneaking so good, and then he stumbles.
Okay. So like you're walking and you like your footsteps get a little heavier after like you stumble just a little bit.
Yeah.
And like your foot nudges something and you hear in the water and you just sort of like stop and look around. Nothing seemingly at the moment.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh,
What are you doing?
we're going off the path.
I'm moving my full 30 feet.
You're climbing the walls.
You can't
Yes.
move. You can't move to that space, Aaron, because this is a single.
It's a one way,
like,
is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. It can only fit like a line of people, basically.
You know, I wanted to make the most of my 17 and that 20, you know?
So, what was how much movement did you use? All of it. From
I would have 10 feet left because I could move up to where Scooter is.
how much movement do you have in total?
30.
30. So you'd only need one stealth check. So go ahead and roll for me.
Oh, I already did. I got 17 and I got a nat 20.
But you rolled twice. So you can't move.
Yeah,
that
so
space, I'm gonna have-
the first one was 17.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Seemingly you're fairly careful with your steps, and you don't attract too much attention.
Let's roll.
8 is gonna be no problem.
Well, I mean, it's already a 19 without
Jesus
plussing it by
Christ.
9.
Yeah.
So, you know.
84 floats across the pipes. Or the path.
My feet don't exist. I am a hoverboard.
Oh no, you're turning into goo.
Okay, so
I need
Boris.
to roll for Boris.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth check for Boris.
I'm kind
Alternatively,
of
Boris
roll-
can fly if he wants to. The space is large enough
Yeah.
for him to fly in.
Good. Then I might have him fly ahead and over.
Okay.
He can see above, and he got
Hold
a 13 for his stealth.
13 for stealth. Okay.
13.
Because he's flying, he won't need to make a stealth check.
Yeah. Oh, he won't. Love
No.
that.
So Boris can see
Welcome, Boris.
this and this, and a bit of that as well, and a bit of that.
Ah,
So
love it when
As,
Boris does the extra things.
Boris sort of like flies past. Norman is going to move a little bit over to here. And Jam, as you're like just about to follow Norman, you hear just something above you, and you look,
Ugh.
and you see like dangling from the ceiling one of these worms, like elongated, hanging from the ceiling, drooping down towards your position, and you see
Oh.
it is.
Have you played Resident
Right.
Evil 3 recently?
No, I haven't.
Uh,
So you see this thing across the way, just almost just like morphing into like a puddle of flesh as it like writhes, and you see its head just like move as if it's searching for you. And as you like move your foot, it sort of locks in and starts to move towards you. So, with your initiatives, now that Norman is gone, Naren, you're up first.
Ugh.
cool. So wait, is that one of the ones across the way as well?
That is it.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's not.
it's on the
Yeah.
ceiling.
So it's not above him. It's like on the ceiling, drooping down, and it's like crawling towards you.
Across from the way.
So where that thing is there.
Okay, cool.
That's where
cool.
it
I'm just making sure it
Yeah.
because originally I was thinking it was above Jan.
Oh no,
so
no,
I
it's
was-
not
I
above
was
you.
also-
It's just
I was
like
also
going
thinking that.
towards you.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'm gonna see it and be like, absolutely, fuck that.
Keeping in
Uh,
mind that we're trying to not make too much noise.
Yeah, so I'm gonna poison spray it because that won't make
Yeah!
that much noise.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I have to roll for it?
I'm pretty sure it's an attack roll, right?
Yeah, it is attack roll. Yeah. Cool. Just making sure.
You roll.
That is. Does a 19 hit?
And 19 hits. Yeah.
Awesome. And how about okay. 2d12. What's a d12? That's a d12. 12 and 11. So 23.
And that's all poison damage, right?
That's all poison damage.
What does it look like as you spray this thing?
Um,
Like, what does your poison spray look like?
so I sort of like see it and go, absolutely not. I sort of like blow a kiss, and and as I do, you see out comes this just black, inky looking poison spray.
Nice.
Is
Is it smoky or is
with-
it like liquidy?
it's a bit more smoky than liquidy, but it's like as it connects with whatever it touches, it
Yeah.
then like it sort of what condensates to be like
yeah. Okay.
an inky layer on the creature.
Nice. As you like
Yeah.
release this towards it, it sort of like condensates and forms around it, and you start to see it absorbing it. And
Oh.
it looks completely fine, as if it hasn't taken any damage.
Damn it.
Guys are immune to poison.
Great.
So,
Yep.
With Naren's go, Jam, she'll go.
I can't really do much. Yeah, no, I can't do much. I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume there aren't any rocks in here.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh?
84's a rock.
No. A perception, did you say, TJ?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, rock. Rude. I have any more transformations left. Fuck you.
I see nothing. I see.
Yeah.
nothing.
There's. Sorry, what did you get? I got distracted.
5.
So you
I
you do
see
see a
nothing.
rock, but it's like you barely see it, like under the water, just like covered in nasty ass shit. So
Thank you,
to you.
TJ. That's so helpful.
Yeah. So I mean, you can jump down and get the rock if you want to, but that's the only rock you see so far.
Absolutely not. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna take the only solid thing that I'm willing to get rid of in my
Okay.
inventory, which is the Sunstone Hotel key that I picked up many years ago.
Many years ago. It's not been years.
Like 2
Well,
months.
not in
feels like
game.
years. It feels like years.
It was a year ago now for us.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the Sunstone Hotel key, give it a quick glance, and just think, yeah, I probably should have given that back, and then throw it at this thing.
Okay, go ahead
actually-
and roll me a d4.
Nice. D4.
Actually, no. It's 1 plus your strength modifier. Let's because it's a key. It's going to be an unarmed attack. I'll say.
It's a
Actually,
piercing.
go ahead. But first, roll me a so roll a d20 and add your dex modifier. See if you can hit it.
Dex modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
A 19.
Holy shit!
Plus my dex modifier. 21.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
fuck.
So it's 1 plus your strength mod, and then even though you're not rolling dice, I'll say double it anyway.
1 plus my what? Huh?
One
my
So
plus
it's,
your
strength
it's
strength
1
mod.
damage plus your strength mod, and then double whatever that is.
Okay, so add so 1 plus and then double it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be
What's your strength modifier?
8.
8. Okay. 8 points
total.
damage. Lovely stuff. Cool. 8. As you just launch the key, it just gets lodged in its like abyss, kind of like vacuous eye, as it just disappears, and you hear like a squelch in its eye, and it just goes, and its mouth just like opens in pain.
Jam's
And it's
like really try and hold back a dry heave. Like, oh.
okay. As you dry heave into this stinky, rotten place. Next up, it's the worms go. So lovely stuff. So as it climbs down, so it's 5, 10, 15, and it's going to move across 15, 20 towards Jam. As it's you're the one it's locked onto as it heard your steps, and it ignores rough terrain as well. So as it just sort of, it's going to make its 2 attacks on you. It's going to make 1 coil attack, and it's going to make 1 bite attack. So it's going to coil you first. Fucking, please stop it! Stop it! 9.
Yeah, that hits. No, it doesn't.
Having failed its coil attack, it's going to try and do another coil. Oh no, it can't. It's just going to make a bite attack on you then. And use different dice this time. I roll really good up until I have to fight you guys.
And we appreciate that. Thank
the
you for
way
your
we
I'm
like
sure you
sacrifice.
do. There you go. Okay, so that is a 19 to hit.
No.
Okay, so you take so you take 8 points of piercing damage, and you take an additional 2 points of acid damage as it bites into you. You feel your skin like burning as you look away, and the flesh that's dripping from its mouth seems to be just like smoking on your skin as it like burns you. That's it. Go. Next up is 84. I just realized we didn't roll for Boris.
Did I even roll? I don't remember rolling.
No, it didn't.
I don't remember doing this at all. In fact, yep, I've been completely distracted. What am I doing?
I've kept your original
We're
initiative.
playing D&D.
I know that bit. I've been texting Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe's not been playing D&D. I feel so bad for Chloe.
Hence why I've been texting Chloe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been checking on
I'm
her.
fine.
It's okay.
I'm okay.
I'm not leaving her
I've
behind.
done
on
lots of
purpose, I promise.
schoolwork and I'm organised.
Well
It's your
done.
little podcast for whilst you're doing your work at the moment.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Okay, well, Rain. Can I please cast Leap on this creature?
Yeah, what does that do?
The spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8.
sleep,
The
sorry.
tot-
I thought you said leap.
Yeah.
I heard leap as well.
Your
Leap.
mic like cut out the S, and I was like, "What's leap?"
I can just jump really high.
It's anything you want, just suddenly jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's you roll a pool of dice, don't you?
I do. I
Yeah.
roll 5d8.
Lovely.
So I've got to collect my many d8
What do you
first.
Your many D8.
My many d8. It is quite a task.
Right.
So I will roll my 5d8. Oop. Okay. So we've already got 2 8s, so that's a wonderful start. So
Nice.
16. So 33.
33.
The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Okay.
So basically,
So what its hit points are
if-
currently at?
yeah, so
Yeah.
if he has below 33, he immediately goes to sleep.
Unfortunately, as you cast
Um.
this spell, it remains standing, I guess, would be the thing.
Let me see if it does anything. Mhm. I'm just checking
Yep,
whether
no
it does
worries.
anything. I don't think it does. Sad. Boo hiss.
Boo,
Boo hiss. I am sad. Okay, well, that was by action. So,
Okay.
I guess as a bonus, I will just give Jam some bardic inspiration.
Okay.
I'll just look at Jam and give him some finger guns and be like, "You got this."
I'm sorry. He looks back at you and he seems to go, "Yeah," as he like, and then but he swallows it down. He doesn't throw up anymore.
Well done.
Thanks to your bardic inspiration.
Well done.
And
Just
he'll give you a
remember-
little a little
Just
pathetic
remember-
thumbs up.
That you get a D6 to use.
A D6.
A D6 to use.
A D6. Okay.
So when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do you want to roll Boris's initiative, by the way, Katie?
Yeah, sure. Boris. Oop. Well, it ain't good. It's a 3.
Oh my god. Jesus.
As I said, it ain't good.
Oh, just a little bit. Okay, well, that's lucky for you because Boris is actually next in the initiative.
Oh, woo!
Boris rolled
Okay.
so bad that it makes sense why he hasn't been for the
Yeah.
last round or so.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, what's Boris gonna do? I don't know.
He's currently hovering in the air, about 10
He's
foot. in the
currently
air.
hovering.
Mhm.
Question, TJ.
Yep.
This. Can you explain to me, like, is this thing slimy? Is it like
Very. Yeah, it's like
Very?
covered in gunk.
Ooh. Can I perform destroy water on it to try and like essentially dry it out to cause damage to it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll
Great.
d20 and add Boris's spell modifier.
That's
Cool.
so fun.
Thanks.
That is a really creative
It's my
way of using
favorite spell for him.
that. Yeah, it's so useful with him. He
Mm.
finds
I
the
love
best
it
ways
for
to
him.
use it.
So that's an 18
An
for
18.
him.
As
18.
like as he casts this, you see the moisture on this thing's tentacly skin, and it just starts to like shrivel and jam. You see, for lack of a better term, this fleshy, goopy, disgusting creature that smells really bad goes from like horrifically moist and like tentacly to like a long tentacled testicle. As it just like and like all of the moisture gets like just almost like sucked completely out of it. And it looks even more horrific somehow in this form, as you can see it's like wrinkles and curves and cracks in the skin. Go ahead. Actually, I'll tell you what.
So gross.
I
For
would
as long
argue
as-
that Jam finds this better because his main thing is that he doesn't like slimy things. This is better for Jam.
Okay, so with a dried
Now
up
dry
testicle in front of you,
heaves.
everyone's getting a dry heave.
Yeah.
Katie,
Yes.
instead of rolling damage, because I don't think this thing would take damage for it. However,
Okay.
each turn is out of the water for as long as this lasts. And I'll say this lasts for, let's say, I'll roll a d4. Oh, great. One turn. For one turn, if this thing is out for as long as this thing is out of the water, it will have disadvantage on its attacks against anyone.
Nice. But he can perform it again next turn, right?
Yeah.
If you wanted
Yeah,
to do it
if you
again.
want, yeah, if that's what he wants to do, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Top of the background, Naren. As you like look
Cool.
in front of Jam, and there is a shriveled tentacled testicle in front of him.
So
With eyes.
how close is it?
So Jam is in front of you. It is 10 feet ahead of you, but Jam is like blocking your path.
Right.
You can all see that, right? Just double checking, because there's
Yeah.
I've had issues
Yeah.
with like tokens coming up.
Yeah, no, it's
Okay.
there. Don't worry. I'm just gonna check a couple things.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie.
Damn it. Never mind.
What was it? What were you wanting to do?
I was trying to see if like this feature I got
Mm.
allowed my touch spells to be a ranged spell instead, and it doesn't.
Ah, damn.
It's if the spell's if the spell is like 10 foot, I can then increase it to 60 foot. But I'm like,
right.
I can't do it with a touch spell.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got no fucking spell slots in this stupid.
Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah.
When you're right, you're right.
Yeah. It's a single walkway, isn't it? I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get around Jam.
It's
Yeah.
you are next to the bridge, so if you have any like range stuff, you can cross that bridge and go onto the
Oh,
other side if
that's-
you need to attack it.
That's not the point. Because I could shoot past Jam, but I wanted to be
unless
able to
you
touch it.
Unless you had spell sniper, I'd say.
I have spell sniper.
Oh, you bitch! Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Ah!
I've had this.
Okay.
I've had this since before the
Okay.
forest because you're like, oh, there's a guy in a hole. I'm like, I have spell sniper. Just let me shoot the
I
guy.
keep forgetting. Damn
Yeah.
you.
I have all the things that make me very good at shooting things
Mm.
with Eldritch
Hell
Blast.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it because I can't do nothing else.
Okay. So Jam, as
Um,
like Naren's hands come up, you hear this like ungodly loud noise blast out of her hands.
one
So
second.
go ahead, roll. Are you getting burgled? Okay, so so Naren's holding erection. Jam, you'll go.
Swing, swing, swing.
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 Swing, swing, swing. And what's the inspiration thingy?
It's a D6 for you, isn't it, Katie? Or D8?
Sorry, what? Yeah, D6.
On my
Isn't it-
roll to hit dice or on my...
On your attack roll,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
believe.
it's attack or ability check, I think.
D6. Add to number roll on ability, attack, or saving.
Any D20 roll,
Beautiful.
basically.
I'm going to save it for my next one, actually. I'll do this first roll first. 15 plus 6.
That hits.
So I'm assuming that hits.
That does indeed.
Oh, wow.
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 Ah! 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Sweet.
Yay.
Nice.
Go roll
How's you
second
looking?
attack. It's looking okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
hard to
gonna add the d6 to this one.
Okay.
Thank fuck I did. Brain. 15.
15. 15 hits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Whoo, whoo. Sure. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
One more.
Points of damage. Yep.
One more. And that's a natural 20, baby.
Holy shit. Fair play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what am I doing? 2d, d8. That's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Lovely.
Yeah. That wasn't as good as I would hoped for a crit.
No. Okay, so
Um.
you slice into this thing. It's looking a little bit hurt. As it just sort of like writhes and just vacantly looks in its shriveled up self.
Dry, fleshy sounds.
Yeah, really like dry, sandy sounds, basically. Like greasy old feet. So,
Yeah.
with your turn, it is the Rotterworm's turn. It is going to make another bite attack and another coil attack against you, Jam. Go ahead and roll your roll your attacks, Aaron.
Yeah, so that first one is a 22.
22 hits. Yep.
Yep. And D10. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And then that is 15.
15 hits.
Nice. And that is 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Lovely. This thing's looking real hurt as you hear blast right in your ears, Jam, and this thing just bits of like tentacles start flying off. It's looking real hurt. It also looks like this one might be slightly stronger than the one that you faced earlier as well, as if there is a variable in how strong or weak these kinds of creatures might be. It's going to make 2 attacks against you, a coil attack against you, Jam.
Didn't you say it was rolling with disadvantage because it's all dry?
I did roll with disadvantage. Both of them were real shite.
Yay.
That doesn't hit you. And it's going to make Gonna make another coil attack against. Come on, fuck. It's gonna make the bite attack against you instead. That is a 15 to hit with disadvantage.
No.
Damn it!
You
As it
just
tries to
missed.
like wrap round you, you just manage to like get it off, and it's slightly easy to just like remove it as it's not as slimy as it was. As you see the moisture starting to like seep back into its rotten skin. That is its go. Bear with me a second. Yeah, that's its go. Next up is 84.
Okay. What am I doing? Can I please take one of my arrows that
Yep.
I dipped in the oil before?
Yes.
I want to set it alight, and I want to shoot this guy in the face.
Have you got a tinderbox?
I do.
You do.
I
Okay.
do indeed.
You set the fire alight. Go ahead and roll me an attack. And you can add a
Roll an
d6 of fire damage as well to if it hits.
Hell yeah. That is a 17 plus 6.
That
to
hits.
hit. Love that. So, what did you say I was adding? A d6
So it's
of
your
fire?
So it's the crossbow damage and then a d6 of fire.
Okay, cool. So, d6 of fire plus my 3 piercing. So, that is... brain. That is 9 points of damage.
Points of damage. As you and you shoot this
Oh,
thing.
wait, actually,
Yeah?
also, because Ares is its main target right now, I
Mhm.
also get sneak attack.
Okay.
Because there is other targets which are within 5 meters of him.
I'll
And
say
I am...
there's no need because you kill it on the first shot.
No, is he dead?
Yeah,
Is he
dead.
dead?
Yep.
Oh,
So you
nice.
shoot this thing, and the arrow just goes like soaring through. Just oh! Hang on,
Ooh.
I'm gonna need you to roll with disadvantage because there are 2 other people in your way. Unless you
Can I
have
not just be
unless you have a
like,
trait.
"Boop"?
Mechanically, there
Not.
are 2 people in your way. Unless you have something that negates
Isn't
shooting
it above
past
us?
people. No, it came
Oh,
down
it did
from
drop down?
above down and
Okay.
then slimed across the water.
Ah, see, I thought it was
Yeah.
above us. But
I didn't
okay.
realize it
No,
dropped
so
down.
it's on the floor. So it
I
dropped
do
down.
not have a
from-
trait.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
you need me to
again.
roll my
Just- yeah,
d20
just-
again?
Yeah, just roll once again.
15 plus 6.
Yeah, okay, it's dead.
Hit it anyway.
Okay, so you manage to just like scoop past, and you're like, and it goes soaring through, and you see Norman just like as it goes soaring through, you see Norman just go, "I made of wood. Watch it!" As it and like dives into the water, and this thing just crumples. I need you to roll a d10 for me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot whoever murders it has to roll the thing. Don't roll high. Don't roll high. 4.
4. Go ahead and roll, subtract that from your sanity. You like shoot
That's
it, and
not
you see
too bad.
the arrow go through it. You almost like close your eyes and
sorry.
blink, and within that second, you see Jeannie sat there, and you see yourself shoot her in the face, and you blink away, and you see her like just fall to the ground, and then you suddenly look again, and it's just this flesh pile.
84 is gonna like back up from the group.
I also need you to take 1 point of stress.
Yep, makes sense. So I am at 60 sanity.
Yep.
And my stress is at 11 out of 18.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're doing real great.
Okay, so with that, after 84 shoots this thing dead, the chamber goes quiet, and Norman sort of looks and goes, "Okay, let's try and be a little bit more quiet. not draw too much attention to ourselves. Please. And he starts to make his way towards the right side. And that is where we're going to end the session for today. And we'll pick up next week.
Okay.
So, thank you everyone for watching.
Way.
I need to do more outros because it sometimes feels good to have just like a, ooh, it's a mysterious thing. But like, I always like doing it. So, yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We really, really appreciate you. Those frequent watchers, you're amazing. I know these episodes can be long. We're very sorry, but that's kind of what
That's what
real-time
D&D's
play is.
about.
I'm not sorry.
Actual plays are like, they're
not
long.
sorry.
So
Yeah.
if you put us on in the background or if you watch us like fully all the way through, then we would appreciate you so much. If you just dip in, then you're amazing as well. So yeah, thank you so much for your support, and we will see you next week.
We love you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.